Counter, CDL Electric, Watco Companies, Commerce Bank, Vogel Heating and Air, Community National Bank and Trust, Spigarelli Law Firm, Crossland Construction, University Bank, SEK Urgent Care, Jocksitch Sporting Goods, Kennar Eye Care, the Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, Lane Lord Basketball Camp, Lindbergh Pharmacy, Pet Care and Surgery Center, Pittsburg State University, and Ryan Insurance.
Now let's go live courtside for tonight's pregame show on ESPN 100.7.
We are aboard the Viking vessel today, and it's turning tides for the Pittsburg High Purple Dragons as they prepare for their second league matchup of the season. It's the Parsons Vikings taking on the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7. And a very welcome once again to Parsons High School alongside Avi Sharma with the likes of Zach Conway back at our 100.7 studios. I'm Cam Molina. Last time out, Avi, Chris Crotch girls dropped their second game of the year, first league loss of the season, but a vast improvement defensively, and they're looking to translate that performance against the Independence Bulldogs here on the road tonight.
Yeah, and it seems like a great chance for them to turn things around, Cameron. This is a good get matchup for them. This is really a good way to rebound. It was a tough loss that they had at their home opener against Independence, like you mentioned. But Cameron, the past is the past. Time to put that behind you and try to look forward and get this win tonight for Coach Crotts and company.
Well, while Coach Crotts and company are seeking their first victory on the season, Mike Kroll and his Vikings are 2-2 on the season. They want to excel over that 500 mark, and they had the firepower to do so. Nina Taylor last time out against Labette County dropped 28 points. So this is a team with a lot of power, not only in its starting lineups, but its reserves as well. And we will hear it from Coach Crotts himself about his girls' performance last week and what to expect tonight. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to the home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
It's that time of year, Christmas shop. Stop by Jocksnitz to get your Christmas list checked off. All new Adidas and Nike arrivals that look so cozy for men and women. Jocksnitz Sporting Goods has new Brooks and Adidas tennis shoes arriving daily. 'Tis the season for leggings and half-zips. Many brands and schools to offer to get your list done. Jocksnitz Sporting Goods in downtown Pittsburg and Parsons has everything you need to shrink that Christmas list.
You got the sports look of today. Sporting goods from Jocksnitz.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
Let's go back live courtside.
Hello, and we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. Cam Molina joined by first-year head coach for the Pittsburgh High girls basketball team, Chris Crotts. Coach, last time out, you were able to take on your first SEK opponent of the season in regular season play. Against Independence, you faltered in that contest 56-45, but your girls' defense looked much improved from last week to this week.
Yeah, I think we've improved. Especially first half, thought our first half defense looked really good. It's just going to be about tying together 32 minutes of that.
And, Coach, some of your younger players, as we discussed last week, are really stepping up. Riley Johnson, the sophomore point guard for your team, has experienced foul trouble over the last 2 games, but Madden Petty, the freshman, has really stepped up. Last 2 games, she's been averaging over double-digit points. Can you touch on how well she's played over the last 2 games?
Madden, she brings a little bit of some extra offense when she comes in, and being a freshman, she's trying to understand some of the concepts of team defense, and all our young ones, they're learning and gaining experience, and now we kind of finally get to a stretch where we're going to be playing some multiple games, and hopefully from here we can just really blossom.
And, Coach, coming into this season, did you feel that your front court would be a weapon? Caden Matlock and Caitlin Kidd have played great over the last 2 contests. Last game against Independence, they combined for 20 points, and Kidd did a fantastic job. She ended up notching 13 points and 5 rebounds and really was the anchor defensively down low.
Yeah, our front court's played well. They've picked up well into some of our offensive concepts, and they've really hit the offensive boards hard, and just really learning kind of how to position their bodies to get good post entries and go up and finish. And beyond that, they've part of what we work on is post getting out and running the floor. If our post can get out and run after getting a rebound, we can reward them at the other end of the court with maybe a simple basket. So.
And, Coach, I'm glad you began to touch on the speed of the game and having your front court players run. I know you and I talked about this 2 weeks ago after the Lewisburg game, but your team's pace is so fast, one of the fastest girls basketball team pace I've ever seen. Can you touch on how that speed helps your guys' offense flow?
Yeah, I just half court offense, I'd say with the group I have right now is maybe not a strong point, and so we would rather get it out in transition, and sometimes in your primary or secondary break you can get sometimes a little bit easier shot than you can when you let the defense get set. And though sometimes with people watching the game, they might see our games and think we're shooting the ball a little quick, but that might be a better shot than we would get, holding it for 20 seconds. So we're okay to play that way, as long as we get used to the pace and take care of the ball, get a shot up, and not turn it over.
Currently talking with Pittsburg High School head girls basketball coach Chris Cross. And, Coach, despite having 3 seniors, this team is fairly young. And one point of time against the Independence team that really drew my attention was early on in the third quarter. There were only 2 points scored through the first 4.5 minutes. Can you touch on how some of those younger players may find themselves in a lull offensively like that, and how you as a coach have to direct them to break out of that spell?
Yeah, I think that's just going to come with experience and with getting more of some of the set plays and stuff we run put in. Being completely new, a lot of the stuff we're running, I'm just giving it to them in little bits of doses. It'd have been nice to have a few more set plays to maybe look at trying to break the ice per se to get the ball in the hole there at the start of the third quarter. And like I said, that's going to come over time as we can add to what we know. And then also, too, just, young girls, we're just learning how to put together 4 consecutive back-to-back quarters of focus and intensity, and we're getting there. I felt like it was an improvement. We went into halftime with a lead. Now it's coming out of half with a lead, learning to win and learning, like I said, just string together 32 minutes of playing the right way, taking care of the ball, intensity, focus for 32 minutes.
Coach Mike Kroll for the Parsons Vikings, your upcoming opponent has done a fantastic job coaching over there. Can you touch on some of the concerns heading into Friday's matchup against what is a pretty good SEK club?
Yeah, from what I've seen, they're very disciplined defensively. And they've got some athletes that we're going to have to really buckle down and keep some of these girls in front of us. They got some athletes that like to take the ball to the hole, and we're going to have to really rely on some good on-ball defense to not get beat, and some going to play a very disciplined team offense and team defense on their end.
Once again, that was the Pittsburg High School girls basketball coach, Chris Krotz. When we return to ESPN 100.7, we will be joined by Parsons Vikings head girls basketball coach Mike Kroll. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the home of Pittsburg High Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't...
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
We're simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the credit union advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
And Mary, welcome back to Parsons High School alongside Avi Sharma with Zach Conway back at our 100.7 studios. I'm Cam Molina. Last time out for Chris Krutz, Pittsburg High Purple Dragons. They stumbled to the Independence Bulldogs, falling in that contest by just a slim amount. However, Avi, this is a Pittsburgh team that really has improved defensively from week 1 against Lewisburg to week 2 against Independence, and having an entire week off in between those contests really allowed first-year head coach and Chris Krutz, as well as a lot of the underclassmen, to start building a rapport, which is one of the points I want to make. It's difficult for coaches to come in first season and have the success Coach Krotz has had in terms of building a relationship with the girls and that chemistry there.
Well, not only does it affect the younger ones, Cameron, it also affects the upperclassmen, the juniors and seniors who had, Coach Flayton's offense and defense down to the T, and they're ready to go, and now they got to mix things up and they have to change it up, as it's going to affect them as well, as they're not used to this offense. And so for these younger ones, it's going to be an easy experience for them to grow onto this now and then keep that going for the next couple of years that they get. But these seniors are going to have to buckle down, get that offense and defense down so they can be the leaders of this team.
For this Purple Dragon team against the Lady Bulldogs, they stumbled 56-45. The primary issue, Avi, last game was the foul trouble. There were 5 fouls pinned against Caden Matlock, so you go ahead and remove a sophomore forward that's very crisp down low on the post, is a wily veteran only in her second year. Then you talk about Caitlin Kipp, 13 points, 5 rebounds, but she had 2 fouls in the first half. Then 4 fouls for the linchpin of this offense in Abby Casper, and then you have Madden Petty, who also has 4 fouls. She's been a surprising freshman, so it will be vital tonight for Coach Krotz's group to not foul and make sure that you're disciplined in that regard.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the toughest things for this PHS team to do, because this is a very talented Parsons Vikings team that will like to drive and get in the lane and take some easy shots in there. So be prepared for that, Cameron. Like you mentioned, foul trouble was a very big thing for those Purple Dragons. For example, when you have a senior leader in Abby Casper who had foul trouble early in the game, not having her out on the floor was a big differential for them, and they struggled without her out there, so she herself has got to play better.
So I think the next question posed for this Pittsburg High School team is who is going to run the show. Obviously, Abby Casper has done a splendid job facilitating the basketball, making sure the plays are executed properly. But Madden Petty's really made a case for herself as a freshman coming off the bench, and we've seen Riley Johnson, the sophomore guard, struggle thus far.
And, maybe that's the thing that the team's got to do is, they got to be behind Riley to get her going, give her some confidence, say, hey, it's the early woes, we get that, just get through it. And you and I both saw it on Tuesday, Cameron. She had a tough time. She had foul trouble. She fouled 2 times in the first 2 minutes of the game, and then her shots just were not falling. It was a tough game for her, but that's just got to put it past her. She's ready to go. I believe she'll probably potentially be the starter again tonight, and she'll have to do what she does best.
Well, Coach Mike Kroll for this Vikings team, 2-2 so far on the season. They partook in the Emporia Invitational. They faltered to Emporia only 40-33. Now, a trademark of this Parsons club is their defense. Against Field Kinley High School, they only allowed 26 points. And then Independence during the Emporia Invitational, Independence was only able to put up 37 points on the scoreboard. Following that, a Levette County team that is probably favorited to win the SEK League won over this Parsons team 68-47. Now that's a bit deceiving because Parsons in the first quarter of play led by 5 points, 11-6, but Tristan Gegg is going to be Tristan Gegg. She had 33 points and hit 5 3-pointers. Parsons was outscored between the second and third quarter 43-24. So if there was any takeaway from that ball game, the first half supremacy has to be carried on throughout the game. You can't just have a stellar first frame of defense and then start to become lethargic in the second. Granted, Tristan Gegg and that entire offense for Coach Snyder is very palpable and very prominent.
Yeah, it seems that, Levette County is definitely one of the best teams. But, you got to give props to this Parsons team that they did a good job coming out like that. Cameron, this team's got a lot of leadership at the helm. I wouldn't say no seniors, actually, but a lot of upperclassmen juniors that will carry this team. That is a big factor. That is why leadership will help this team out.
And we talked about just momentarily a playmaker for this Parsons team in Nina Taylor. She dropped 28 points against Levette County. She is a guard-forward hybrid. She's very athletic, especially in the open floor. And for a player that's about 5'10", 5'11", at the varsity level on the girls' side, to have her diversity on the floor and being a multifaceted player, handling the basketball, being able to stretch the floor from about 18 to 15 feet out, that's pretty good to have.
Yeah, having that all-around player is a great thing to have, and Nina is just that. And she's warming up right now, hitting her shots, and she's going to be a tough athlete to guard, Cameron. I mean, she's got it all. I mean, she's 5'9", she's a junior, she's got the experience on her belt. She's definitely going to be the girl that everybody on the Parsons side is going to look forward to having to lead the team, carry on.
I would imagine one specific theme tonight for each team that will be flowing through each coach's mind is how will my bench perform.
Yep.
For Coach Kroll, you only have 3 reserves coming off the bench in Sanaya Anderson, Brianna Bedore, and Grayson Freeze. But for Coach Cross, you have Cassidy Odell, Madden Petty, and Zoe Pitamani most of the time. But a lot of those girls are young, so you have to rely on the young greenhorns for this Purple Dragon team playing like upperclassmen.
Yeah, and Cameron, one thing is, a big player was Aubrey Beitzinger for this Dragon team. She actually got hurt or something was wrong with her, and now she's not in. We saw her with the cast on Tuesday. So, you want those younger ones to step up and play their role.
Well, now the starting lineups are being announced. We will do so as well. For the Pittsburg High Purple Dragons, it will be Riley Johnson, the sophomore guard, with Caden Matlock, Caitlin Kidd, Sophia Pinamani, and Abby Casper, who has been the driving force for this offense and has really done an excellent job of orchestrating most of the sets for this Pittsburgh team. And as for Coach Kroll's Vikings, it will be Allie Hicks who will get the nod to start tonight. Coach Kroll's typically runs a staggered offensive starter set, as it's usually between Hicks and Bedore starting. Nina Taylor will have the number 2 spot being announced with Ariana McGlory, Ayana Correll, and Sydney Kroll rounding out the starting lineups. And This is also a Vikings team that is multifaceted on the floor in terms of offensive approach. They like to use their athleticism to their advantage and attack the basket, but Sydney Kroll does a great job of stretching the floor, and that's important for a club at any level to have a player who does a good job knocking down the outside shot.
Yeah, Cameron, I think, the thing that I'm really looking forward to is the matchups inside. I think that's going to be the key factor of this game is who's going to box out who's going to win the inside paint, who's going to post them up and win inside. I think that's the huge matchup. Kidd and Matlock are very, very talented down low. And then adding Penamani down there, she's a flex, Cameron. She can do inside work, and then she's also a perimeter shooter when she's calm and collected.
So both teams will line up toward the respective side of the court. The Purple Dragons, cladded in their purple and white attire. They have white tiger stripes on their shorts with the Purple Dragon logo in bleach white, trimmed in purple on the left side of their shorts. And as for the Parsons Vikings, they are wearing their home white uniforms with gold trim towards the neck and the shoulders with blue serif font lettering and numerals. Both sides returning to the respective benches for tonight's matchup. Pittsburg High School seeking their first victory of the season and looking to get a foot into the door of the SEK and make sure that they're not closed out early on. And in the SEK, Avi, you still have not taken on Labette County, one of the most potent teams in the entire league, so it's vital you get a win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get those early victories, get your team energized and going right before Christmas break. Cameron, I believe we have 1 or 2 more games, and then it comes to that time where you have 1 week, almost a week and a half off before getting back out on the floor hard. You got to spend time with your family and things, so you want to get this crucial win tonight, enjoy yourselves, and then prepare.
Kidd and Taylor lined up at center court, standing on the Parsons Viking logo. Kidd and Taylor collide up top, and the ball is swatted as it tumbles in the air. The ball falls fortuitously in the hands of McGlory as the Parsons Viking offense will begin to run. At the point, it is Taylor. Left wing operating with the sphere is Correll as she looks towards the low post where the cutting Hicks was at. At the point, about 4 steps away from the top of the horseshoe is Kroll. Kroll picks up her dribble, standing on the cursive script of the Vikings lettering towards the far side of the court, and a foul is called on the Dragons, and that was one of the keys we discussed tonight, Avi, is not getting in foul trouble, especially this early in the game. That is the first foul committed by Matlock, and the team's first as well. Kroll to inbound. Guarding her square, face up, standing vertically is Kidd. Ball is inbounded into the backcourt, and trouncing on the blonde-haired Viking at midcourt was Correll before she dumped it off right wing. Kroll, right block, and the ball's being quickly rotated around the perimeter. Outside the circle, left wing is Correll before looking inside the horseshoe. She's at the free throw line, right elbow, tries to go with the Euro step, brings the ball up over her head, and is off kilter. Rebound by Riley Johnson. As she stampedes in transition, she goes to the right wing, picks up her dribble, skip pass to Casper. Casper standing about 3 feet away from midcourt. Again, a skip pass from the right wing where Pitamani was at, back to Casper as Johnson continues to flick the ball around the perimeter. Matlock left corner before finding Pitamani in the right short corner. Johnson steps into a 3-ball, right wing does not convert. Matlock unable to corral the rebound. Rebound is by Ayana Correll. As Correll will slow down the tempo of the offense, and Nina Taylor is back handling the rock. Ball's cocked above the head of Kroll before she finds the wide open Hicks left wing. She's quickly closed out by Johnson. Matlock about 2 arm lengths away from Taylor, who will size up Matlock. Attack from her right hip. Ball worked around the perimeter some more as Kroll will relocate the ball to the left wing. Correll, in and out move against Casper, trying to get Casper to drop some nifty, crafty moves by the wily guard. Hicks interchanges with Correll as Taylor has a beautiful crossover beneath the legs as she floats the ball up. The teardrop with the right hand drops through, and that's the first point of the night for either side. 2-0 is the score. 6 minutes remaining in the first frame of action. Parsons leads it by a possession as Johnson and company quickly tear through what was a lethargic press. Sophia Pitamani, right wing behind the arc. Casper outside the arc. Wide open is Matlock. Left block, but she finds Johnson left short corner. She's able to knock down the deuce. And a good look by Johnson as she unsheathed the jump shot from the left short corner, and she was uninhibited in that regard.
And Cameron, that's a good thing for Riley Johnson. Is she's been struggling shooting the ball, but the good thing is she keeps shooting, and that's a good job to gain some momentum on that shot.
Taylor, left wing 3. She was challenged by Matlock, unable to convert. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson now with 2 boards in the contest, and she's the smallest player on the floor. Left wing is Sophia Pinamani with her spectacles on. Will find Casper, who was rounding from the right block to the top of the key. Taylor gets a mid-inside of the breadbasket of Casper. Jars the ball loose. The basketball is off Casper. It will be Vikings basketball.
Cameron, so far, Nina Taylor has been the victorious one over Matlock. Matlock has got a tough job to do tonight.
Corral holding onto the sphere with her right hand before forking it over to Kroll. Kroll spoons the basketball over to the right wing extended. Standing on the cursive script will be Taylor. Taylor navigates inside the key, lobs it up with the right hand, unable to go. And Taylor does a great job maneuvering inside the lane. Beautiful skip pass by Johnson as she finds Matlock position on the left block for the easy lane. And now the full court press from the Purple Dragons. Taylor is able to go to the basketball. She crosses the midcourt line inside the horseshoe, lobs it up right-handed, does not finish. Offensive rebound by Taylor following her miss. She cannot complete the second one. Corral comes up with the board, and then Taylor again is able to finish it off. Taylor shooting 50% from the floor, 2 of 4. Right block is Sophia Pinamani. Left wing inside of the horseshoe is Johnson. She has a silky smooth release from about 10 to 11 feet away. And it's a 2-1-1 zone press. Coral, beautiful job as she does a Euro step through the lane. Tries to finish with the inside left hand. Offensive rebound by McGlory. She's fouled on her way up and will go to the free throw line. +1 opportunity for McGlory.
I tell you, Coral is playing really well at the point, being at the helm. She is going against Casper, which is a tough matchup as well, but that's an interesting one so far.
First foul on Johnson, team second. McGlory converts her free throw. Casper using her left hand to motion forward, trying to find somebody to dump the basketball off to in this full court press shown by the Vikings. They will lay off as Casper receives the feed from Johnson. Left block, Matlock. Right back to Johnson, left wing, as she percolates inside the lane. She has Sophia Pinamani, right wing, the three-pointer off kilter. The ball is again coveted by Corral. She now has 2 rebounds in the contest. Taylor will wind from the left wing to the right wing to the crown of the key, goes inside the lane, kicks it out. Kroll three-pointer, and that's an air ball.
Doesn't look like Kroll's kind of shot right there. She wasn't comfortable putting that one up. That was a good job by Nina Taylor. Whenever you got a great player like that, Cameron, she drew the attention, and that's why Kroll was wide open at 3-lane.
Casper will pick up her dribble. Johnson will receive the cross-court pass as Kids on the left elbow. Sophia Pinamani attacks, tried to find Matlock, who was cutting from the left wing to the left block. Coral comes away with the steal. No look, bounce pass, and a toss-up, hoisted shot by Hicks that draws contact, and she will go to the free throw line. That is on Kidd, her first and the team's third.
And Hicks got lost in the crowd down there, Cameron. That's why we saw the ball go up. Good job getting in the foul as she misses the first free throw.
Substitution for the Vikings as Brianna Bedore will sub in. McGlory will sub out. 7-6 is the score. Purple Dragons trail by 1. 3:12 left in the first frame of action. Hicks misses the front of her 2 shots. Her second offering hard off the window, does not go. Rebound by Matlock, and there's a foul in the backcourt.
It's against Kroll. That's her first. 3-1 on the foul game so far. PHS is losing that one.
Now Zoe Pinamani will check in for Matlock. Matlock has 1, and she and Zoe Pinamani exchange words. Ponytail dangling behind Matlock as she sits down on the white and blue benches. Located towards the near side of the court, left side of the scorer's table. Speaking of which, they will sound the buzzer for some odd reason with 3 minutes left in the first quarter of play. It's Sophia Pinamani and the Purple Dragons down 1, 7-6. Casper will find Zoe Pinamani on the left block, but she traveled with it. She had her left pivot foot move, sliding underneath her. Taylor inbounds to the right of the blue Viking stanchion on the far side of the court as she finds Corral. Corral dribbles with her right mitt before crossing over to her left glove. Locates the basketball over to the right wing where the cutting Taylor receives the basketball from Kroll. Hicks, three-pointer on its way, and she nails it.
Cannot leave the lefty open from downtown. She hit a couple of those last year in the matchup between these two.
The southpaw is able to convert. Casper with an in-and-out move against the defending Coral. Casper looks. Johnson, left block, tries to put up a deuce, does not go. Rebound by the Fighting Bador. Bador's first rebound, and in transition is Coral. Coral is unable to mush her way in between two different Purple Dragons and convert. Casper comes up with the board. Casper will swiftly move the ball over to the left wing where Johnson's is at. Johnson laces a pass to the right block, and going up with the sphere is Kidd before Zoe Pinamani comes up weak side offensive rebound but loses it. It will be Parsons basketball.
It was a tough shot on Kidd's part there. I don't know if she was looking for the pass or she wanted to put that up, but either way, that was a bad decision. Parsons basketball.
2 minutes left in the first. 9-6 is the score. The Vikings up 3. Taylor will flare from the right block to the left wing. Taylor with Zoe Pinamani on her hips, goes through traffic, has Casper positioned on the left block, but is able to convert over the outstretched arms of number 33, cladded in purple. Casper, speaking of which, handles the ball right corner before finding Zoe Pinamani. Left wing, Johnson left block, picks up her dribble. She's harassed by Kroll. Johnson tries to fork a bounce pass to Sophia Pinamani, who was cutting through the lane, but then she flared back out, and it's a turnover.
She panicked there, Cameron. She had nowhere to go. She wanted to bounce it off a Parsons Viking, but she could not do so. Costly turnover right there early in this game.
5-point lead for the Vikings, 11-6, $1:30 left in the first frame of action. Right wing is Hicks. She looks for the curling Kroll, who's at the point. She works it over to Taylor, who relinquishes a right-handed three-pointer, and that one goes. Nina Taylor now 1 of 2 from downtown. The Vikings 50% from deep, 2 of 4, and it's an 8-point lead for the hometown Parsons Vikings. Casper trapped in the backcourt. She finds Riley Johnson. Johnson loses her handle on the sphere. Picking it up is Sophia Pinamani. Johnson not awaiting the pass. Taylor was there to break it up. Right back to Sophia Pinamani. Right corner three goes up. Does not go. Is Zoe Pinamani with the offensive rebound. She is able to muscle her way through traffic and draws the contact and will head to the free throw line shooting 2.
Cameron, you are lucky you get to see the numbers on the Pinamani twins, because if not, you would have never guessed which one is which. And they're going to actually call that on the floor, Camo.
So it's a foul on the floor, and that is 2 on Kroll for the Vikings. Second team foul as well. Purple Dragons will have a few substitutions. Zoe Pinamani subs out. Riley Johnson subs out. As Cassidy Odell, Matlock will sub back in. Casper mishandles the rock, inbounding from the right side of the far baseline, but is able to find the basketball to Matlock. Matlock works it to the left wing. Odell finds Kidd, left elbow, deuces an air ball.
Another tough shot right there.
Taylor in transition, sledges inside, right-hand floater goes. And Taylor, unbridled athleticism and scoring ability, will put the Vikings up 10, 16-6, 38 seconds left in the first frame of action, and we will take a 30-second break here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Let's go back live courtside.
And we welcome you back courtside to Parsons High School, where currently the Purple Dragons trail 16-6, 38 seconds left in the first frame of action. Coach Krotz having to rally his girls together, using a timeout to instill some wisdom into them. As the Vikings, Nina Taylor has gone off for 11 first quarter points. She had 28 against the Lady Grizzlies on Tuesday. In the full court press being shown by the Vikings again, there are 2 hands on deck in Coral as well as Hicks. As Matlock from the left side of the backcourt will find Odell, and Odell to Casper. Right wing will be Sophia Pinamani. Picking up her dribble on the right elbow is Kidd. Right wing, Pinamani, and the ball's tipped up in the air by Taylor. Almost saved by Bador, but it will be Purple Dragon basketball. 20 ticks left in the first period of play. Odell will inbound from the left side of the blue stanchion towards the far side of the court. She slaps her left hand to the leather, looks, right corner, it is Casper has it, right corner. She tries to maneuver inside and goes to the wraparound pass past Taylor to Kidd, but the ball is kicked by Taylor. It will be Purple Dragon basketball again, same location on the inbounds, just different personnel. It will be a box set as Casper will inbound it. Down screen set. Matlock will flare to the right corner. Bounce pass to Odell. Odell goes to the up fake. She relegates herself to the right corner, and it's a steal. Hicks, bounce pass. Correll on the break. Right-handed, draws the foul, and knocks down Sophia Pinamani in the process. And that will be Pinamani's first. That is also the team's fourth. With 5 seconds left in the first quarter, Correll has a chance to extend the Vikings' lead and also etch her name into the scoring column.
Cameron, it was just a tough time for the Purple Dragons on the offensive end. They were trying to run the same thing. They could not get out of that right corner. I don't understand it. And it ended up causing it to a turnover and almost an easy basket on the other end.
The Dragons beneficiary of missed free throws by the Vikings. They are now just 1 of 5 from the stripe following the make by Correll on 1 of 2. 4 seconds left in the quarter. 3 seconds. Casper sees it far too late, and that will end the first quarter of play. 17-6 is the score. The Vikings, spearheaded by the savvy number 3 Nina Taylor, puts up 11 of the team's 17, and they will lead by 11 after 1. We will step aside for 30 seconds to bring you back more action here on your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
No one wants to file for bankruptcy, but a way to...
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
ESPN1007.com.
We are through 1 quarter of action from Parsons High School, and currently the Purple Dragons on the losing end of things, trailing by double digits, 17-6. And due in no small part to Nina Taylor's performance for the Vikings, 11 points, 2 rebounds in the first quarter. Avi Sharma, Zach Conway back at our 100.7 studios. Cam Molina with you tonight, and it has been choppy going so far for the Purple Dragons riding this Parsons vessel. And the difficulties lie, 1, in the turnovers, and number 2, the Vikings defense has been extremely stout. The Vikings will enter this second quarter of play with a 2-3 zone. Matlock, left short corner, and a 3-second violation by Kidd. A turnover by the Dragons, and Taylor will inbound to the right side of the goal towards the far side of the court. Matlock will stand in front of Taylor and will look at a diamond press or a 1-2-1. Madden Petty, the freshman, subs in for the Purple Dragons, nearly coming away with the steal. Taylor able to find Hicks as she kicks it over to the left wing. And now Taylor rips through after the pass from Hicks, attacks inside and lays it in. And Taylor just having too easy of a time scoring the basketball, 13 in the contest. Skip pass from Petty over to Matlock, left wing. She loses her handle on the sphere, somehow is able to cover the basketball. Kidd asks for the ball high post, cutting through the middle of the key will be Petty. Petty about 4 steps away from the top of the circle as she gives a bounce pass to Matlock, left corner. Matlock right back to Petty. Skip pass right wing will be to Sophia Pinamani. Casper, ball cocked above her head, pass fake to the cutting Kidd. Kidd power dribble with the right hand, tries to find Sophia Pinamani, but the pass is tipped by Taylor and stolen away by said 13-point scorer. Taylor, chest pass over to Hicks, left wing. From her torso, she brings the basketball up. Now she picks up her dribble. Handling the sphere currently is Bador. Bador scoops it over to Taylor, who's about 3 to 4 steps away from the top of the key. Taylor, left hand, crosses over to the right hand, tries to throw the shot up. Kidd able to turn the shot away. Bounce pass from the recovering Hicks, and it will be a timeout used by Coach Kroll. The offense stagnates. 19-6 is the score. The Vikings lead, 6:43 remaining in the first half of action. Avi, in the first quarter, you obviously have some impressions of the game thus far, and I would imagine your number one concern is the fact that the offense has really been lethargic to start for the Dragons.
Yeah, it seems that they're just trying to find the open shot instead of creating the open shot, Cameron, and that's the problem so far for the Purple Dragons is when you're playing that 2-3 zone, against the 2-3 zone, you just keep the ball moving quickly, and that opens up that spot for you to get that shot open, and that's not working so far for the Purple Dragons. They're hanging on the ball too long. And then on the other end, defensively, they cannot stop Nina Taylor. It is the Nina Taylor show so far. She's doing a phenomenal job getting inside no matter who's guarding her right now. Caden Matlock is having a tough time going against her.
Taylor, well over 50% of the team's offensive load thus far. 13 of the team's 19 points. So only 6 points have been scored by other Vikings. 3 from Hicks, as she knocked down a three-pointer. McGlory on offensive rebound went up drew contact, went to the free throw line for an and-one opportunity, did not convert. And then Ayana Correll, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 0 of 2 from the field thus far. And the offense for the Purple Dragons has not really been put into play because of the pressure coming from the 2-3 zone extended. Taylor will inbound. It will be a far side out in front of the Parsons fan section. Inbound to the backcourt. Correll will handle it. She steps on the horned hat of the Vikings logo at midcourt. A double team against Taylor. Matlock and Casper able to jostle it loose, but it's a foul on the floor.
That was a great idea by Coach Krotz and company to draw that double team because, Cameron, it worked. Unfortunately, it was a foul on Casper. So far, we haven't seen too many of a foul problems so far for the Purple Dragons, but they have 5 teams.
15 foul committed by the Purple Dragons, and that is the first on Abby Casper. In and out move by Correll. She goes behind the back from right to left. Casper, good job defending. Left corner, Bador puts up the trifecta. Rebounded by Sophia Penamani. Penamani, great job of tracking down the rebound following the miss. Petty relocates the ball back to the top of the key, favoring the left elbow. Pointed upward to Kidd. Bounce pass by Casper to Sophia Penamani, right wing, and she is unable to control it. It goes out of bounds, and another turnover by the Purple Dragons, 2 on Casper.
Seeing a bit of frustration from the girls right now. They got to relax and find themselves, Cameron.
Correll behind the back move against Casper, who was wearing her gray Nike shoes. Taylor, right wing extended, about 2 steps away from the top of the horseshoe. Ball above her head. Now she starts to dribble, initiating the offense. Decides to take a step-in 3 from maybe NBA range, I would say, and has enough strength to get it off the glass, but it is not converted. Petty comes up with the board. Left short corner is Matlock. Ball being worked around the horn. Casper with the up fake. Great defense by Taylor. She jars the basketball loose. Trapped to the right corner is Casper. Has the leather intermitch. Tries to fork it over to the right wing where Petty was at. Cutting from the top of the key. Taylor touched it last. Purple Dragon basketball with 5:31 remaining in the first half of play. It's 19-6. Parsons leads by double digits. And it has been a scoring drought for the Dragons as they have not put a basket up in this second quarter over the last 2.5 minutes. Casper to Petty, right wing. Casper with her left hand extended, trying to snake inside the lane. Petty, right corner 3 is up, and it will smear off the back iron off the right side of the window, and no good. Rebound by Bador. Bador 2 rebounds in the ball game. Taylor will handle the load offensively once more as she holds onto the sphere about 3 steps away from the top of the key before relinquishing the ball over to Correll. Correll will drive left-handed to the left block, is unable to finish. And on the break, Correll will foul Casper as she lunged for the steal, and Casper was able to reel back quickly. First foul against Correll. Team's third tonight. Casper in the back court. Moves the ball right wing. Right elbow is Kidd. Kidd steps through on it 2. Good defense by Correll to put a hand in the face of Kidd, who misses the 2. And Kidd, instead of going from that right elbow and attacking inside the key, she is settling for contested 2s at the top of the 2-3 zone. The 2 extended guards are doing a great job crashing down defensively. Left wing is Correll. Sophia Penamani down low on the right block defending. Greeting Correll is Casper defensively as the ball is moved over right wing to Hicks. Great steal by Petty. Petty goes up, left-handed foul, and is unable to draw the and one, but maybe the stagnating offense for the Purple Dragons could be put to rest here, and the cold spell might be obliterated. And the freshman has played great this season.
That's the spark that they needed, Cameron, is a turnover because on the defensive end, PHS was not getting it done. And so there was a good job by the freshman, Madden Petty, and let's see if she can convert from the charity stripe.
First offering is off the heel of the iron, sails high, does not go, but Madden Petty, 11 points against the Independence Bulldogs, 12 points against Lewisburg. That's 23 total points this season for an 11.5 point average. That leads the squad. Petty takes 3 dribbles, spins the leather in her hand, kicks up the left leg. Second free throw is good. And the press being shown by the Purple Dragons again after ending a cold streak offensively that's lasted about 4 minutes. 4:18 left in the first half of play. 19-7 is the score. Parsons lead it by 12. Correll to Taylor, standing at midcourt on the Parsons Viking logo. Hicks able to scoot the basketball over to the left wing extended where Kroll is at. Kroll dribbling with her right hand. Midnight/coal black shoes. Taylor moves the basketball over to the right wing. Correll cuts from the left block to the left wing. Looking for the cutting Correll. Kidd pops it up in the air. Following the hot potato drill, Casper comes up with it. Hesitation move. Goes up. Right hand. Follow-away shot is good. and this team operates best in transition, and Casper exemplified it there. It's a 10-point ball game. 19-9 is the score. It was a 13-point lead, largest lead by Parsons tonight. Taylor swims through the middle of the lane. It is off her knee, stolen away by Casper. Taylor is able to poke the ball loose. Petty will let it go out of bounds. It will remain Purple Dragon basketball, and a good read by Casper to step in front of the basketball, following the deflection by Taylor, and then had the recognition to look for the cutting Petty, albeit it was broken up. Right corner. Matlock tries to lob it. Taylor breaks it up. Kidd goes with it up and under. Down step move, and that is a travel. That was a really elongated step through. If it had been more fluid, I think the official would have let Kidd get away with it.
Another offensive woe right there, Cameron. It seems that the only way they can score is either they're getting fouled or the fast break.
4 turnovers by the Dragons in this contest. Hicks left wing, jab step with the right foot, thinking about stepping through against Johnson, Kroll near midcourt will put the ball in the belly of Taylor as the two interchange. Taylor raises her right hand and 4 fingers, initiating the offense. Kroll comes up, no one's on her. Hicks picks up her dribble against Johnson. Kidd tries to slap a right hand in between the passing lane of Hicks and Kroll, but Kroll comes up with it before ice cream scooping it over to the right wing. Taylor looks left. Kroll's there as she sachets to the left wing. Cutting Correll inside the key, goes to the right block, scoop shot does not go, weak side McGlory, but McGlory, who had a point blank range, unabated look, airballs the shot and sends it over the top of the backboard. McGlory, 3 rebounds tonight, 2 offensive. Casper, 2 steps away from the midcourt line, moves the ball to the right corner where Petty is at. Petty skip pass to the trailing Matlock, who misses the floater. Taylor pushes the leather to the left wing. Kroll will reignite the offense by moving it to Taylor, who has 13 in the contest. 2 minutes left in the first half. 19-9 is the score. Dragons trail on the road, seeking their first win and first league win of the season. McGlory sets a screen to the left of Casper, and Petty reaches, trying to get the ball away from Correll, and it is a foul on Petty. That is her first foul, and the team 6th. Side out by Kroll. She has Correll, who's trying to gain some separation between her and Casper. Kroll cuts to the middle of the lane. She pirouettes from the right elbow as Taylor handles the rock. Looks for the pick and pop with McGlory, but it's stolen away. Excellent read by Kidd, who comes away with the steal. And a timeout used by Coach Crotts. It's a 10-point ball game. 1:34 remaining in the first half of action. Dragons down 10. We will step aside for 30 seconds to bring you back more action from Parsons High School.
Hi, I'm Kendall Gammon. You may know me as a Kansas City Chief, but I'm also a proud graduate of Pittsburg State University. Pittsburg State offers more than 200 degree programs, small class sizes, and tuition so affordable it earned Pittsburg State a top 10 ranking on Washington Monthly's Collegiate Best Bang for Your Buck list. But don't take my word for it. Visit Pittsburg State and see why there's nothing like being a gorilla. Learn more at pittstate.edu/BAGorilla.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
And a very welcome back to Parsons High School. A quick recap. After trailing by 1 quarter, 17-6, the Dragons have found a little bit of an offensive vein that they are drawing from. They've been able to score 3 points over the last 3 minutes. Still down 10, 19-9. Avi Sharma, Cam Molina, Zach Conway with you. Dragons seeking their first victory on the year. Coach Kroll looking to pull his girls above 500 on the year and go 3-2. Johnson bounce pass Petty. Right wing 3 is up and down. Madden Petty able to convert from deep.
It's the first time we've seen an offensive basket that was ran through the offense, Cameron. That was a good job by Petty and company.
Correll, a one-arm slinging pass to Taylor at the point. Hicks has a left wing, and Hicks rarely dribbles. She just seems very uncomfortable with the basketball as Johnson pestered her on the left wing before Taylor gets it, crosses over left to right, dive bombs inside the lane and draws the foul with under a minute remaining. 59 seconds to be exact in the first half of play. 19-12 is the score, and again, we welcome you in, whether you are listening on the dial on ESPN 100.7 or joining us on our web stream, also at ESPN100.7.com. 3 dribbles for Taylor at the free throw line. Right foot staggered in front of the left. Her first free throw. Off the heel of the iron. and then smooches the lip of the orange and drops out. Bador subs in. Coming out for the Parsons Vikings will be Kroll. Taylor awaiting the sphere.
That's a smart idea by Coach Kroll because Sydney has 2 fouls already. Don't need to get that third one with a minute left in the second quarter.
Taylor's second shot. That one is good. Taylor 14 points in the first half thus far. 55 seconds left remaining in the second quarter. Taylor. Petty over to the right wing. Ball from the right elbow will be moved by Kidd over to Johnson, which is quickly shifted over to the left corner where Matlock's at. Petty attacks from the right corner. Right short corner is able to stretch out the defense and finish inside, and an excellent look by the freshman, who has done nothing short of spectacular work this season off the bench. 30 seconds left in the half. 20-14 is the score. The Dragons really rallying in this second quarter, late second quarter. Their first basket of the second period of play came at the 4:18 mark as the ball is tossed away. Casper was able to get her right mid in between the passing lane of Correll and Bador. Taylor will inbound. It will be a far side out in front of the blue bleachers here at Parsons High School that has a yellow PHS lettering in between each 3 section. Hicks picks up her dribble about 4 steps away from the top of the key. Bador has it. She will attack left short corner. That's an easy travel to call with 13 seconds left. The Dragons have an opportunity to dent the lead some more.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the second half of the second quarter has been in favor of the Purple Dragons. Now they have a chance to potentially cut this thing down to a 1-possession game.
Casper, 9 seconds, looks for Petty. Petty cuts through to the top of the key. Correll's right there. Petty is fouled. That is the 6th team foul committed by the Vikings with 3.7 seconds left. So an inbounds play will be from the side to the right of the scorer's table.
I tell you, that's not really a bad of a foul right there, Cameron. 3.7. This has got to be a quick play for the Purple Dragons.
Johnson will inbound. Scans, needs to get it in. She finds Matlock. Matlock skips it to Petty. Broken up by Bador. Ball still loose, and that is the end of the first half of action here at Parsons High School. We will step aside for 2 minutes and bring you back the halftime report where we will go over first half statistics and a look to the second half of play. At intermission, the score 20-14. Dragons trail by 6 after trailing by as much as 13 in the first frame of action.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick,
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
A free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
We welcome you back aboard to the home of the Vikings. The vessel has been cruising for the Lady Vikings as they lead by 6 at intermission, 20-14 over the visiting Pittsburg High Purple Dragons. But it was a second quarter parry by Chris Krotz's group in the Dragons that really turned some heads. How about an 8-3 plus scoring differential for this Dragons team in the second quarter. They at 1 point trail by 13, now only down 6 at intermission. Avi Sharma with Zach Conway back at Archaea's HQ Studios. I'm Cam Molina. Avi, in the first half of play, we saw a Dragon team that just looked anemic and lethargic offensively. They were sluggish, moving the basketball around. Really, there was no movement of the sphere, and eventually Coach Krotz noticed that, called a timeout late in the first quarter, and it paid dividends in the second, outscoring the Vikings 8-3 in the second period of play.
Yeah, Cameron, it was a great job by Coach Krotz, because it was the leadership that he has, that he knows that when your team's struggling, you just call that timeout, you bring them together, and you say, hey, let's relax, let's get back into let's what we do best. And exactly what happened is Petty comes off the bench, they call that timeout. What happens right when they get back into the game? Petty drains a 3 by running the offense. So it seems that they've been taking some frustrating shots early in the game in the turnovers that has affected this Purple Dragon team. And that's why they're trailing by 6 right now. If they would have cleaned that up, it'd be a different ballgame. But you got to tip your hats off to the Parsons Vikings. They have done a phenomenal job tonight so far. Offensively, they're looking stellar. There is 2 players that just cannot be stopped. That's Corell and Nina Taylor. I don't know who's going to stop those 2, because that is the big problem for them. On defense, they're just making them take tough shots.
And as for the Vikings, as you mentioned, their 2 stalwarts defensively and 2 outstanding offensive playmakers combined have 15 of the team's 20 first-half points, 14 for Nina Taylor. That is half of her production Tuesday against Levant County, where she hit 28 points, and then 1 point for Corell. But to the point of Corell, her job is not so much to score, but to facilitate the basketball. One key attribute of a good facilitator is drawing the defense in. You really need to be like a magnet. Make sure that defense collapses or is attracted to you before you kick out, and that has freed up some opportunities on the perimeter as the Vikings have knocked down 2 3-pointers in this contest and have been to the free throw line 7 times.
Yeah, and it seems that they're doing anything that they want on the offensive end. But after that timeout again, Cameron, we mentioned, Pittsburgh's defense started to pick things up. They actually caught on to the offense of the Parsons Vikings, and that's what led to some steals for the Purple Dragons. So Coach Cole and company is going to have to mix it up, probably change up some of those game plans, because it took them a while, but the Purple Dragons are starting to grow on it.
Well, and for Coach Kroll, he and his club are seeking their 3rd victory of the year, trying to advance over 500 on the year. Coach Krotz and company wanting to earn their first victory of the season. And Avi, it's high school basketball 1, girls high school basketball number 2, and number 3. You're 3 games in, but for an SEK league that is so chock full of talent, do you think there are any red flags raised that this team 1 is trailing right now, may have a chance to lose their 3rd game of the season and may drop to 0-2 in league standings?
You know, Cameron, I know it is early and it'd be tough to take a loss right now, but you know, I would say if you lose right now, it's a learning process. I mean, for both teams, you don't want to, obviously, but it would be a good time right now to pick up a win. Like I said, before break, it's going to be huge. You know, because before break, you want to end on a high note instead of, you know, grind it all the way out through Christmas break and have that frustration and then come back and play a little bit soft coming out of break. That's not what you want to do. And, you know, there's so many basketball games next year, technically.
Yeah.
So I think regardless, you don't want to lose this game, but I think there's plenty of time to bounce back.
And Avi, 1 point Coach Cross stressed to me prior to tonight's matchup is that defense. We feel like we're vastly improved from practice to practice. We felt that we really held independent in their scoring department. And tonight, that's really shown. 17 first quarter points, that's pretty nasty in terms of Parsons scoring in the first frame of play, but they were only able to put up 3 points. In addition, Taylor put up 13 first quarter points. She was only able to score 1 in the second. So if there were any positives in that first half of action for Coach Krotz and his girls, is that the defense really stepped up, came up to the plate, and played very well in that second quarter.
Yeah, and there's 2 things I want to take away from that, Cameron, is 1, yeah, this defense is playing a lot better. For example, Riley Johnson, you saw it when she was guarding Hicks. She was in her grill, giving her a hard time, and when they play that nasty defense like that, Parsons actually doesn't know what to do. They were a little bit scared, and they make some bad passes. And then for the Vikings side, we talked about it when they played the bet. They played a good first quarter and okay second quarter, then they faded away, Cameron. That's why they lost that game, is they lost their momentum later throughout the game. So for the Purple Dragons, you want to keep egging it on. because now I would say this third quarter, which they struggled on Tuesday, this third quarter could potentially turn things around for them. They could bounce back.
2014 is our score. The Lady Vikings trying to defend home court in front of some rambunctious fans here inside Parsons High School. We will be back in 2 minutes with the beginning of the third quarter of play here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Advanced technology, comprehensive quality care. That's Canar.
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you become part of something more.
We're a family of Crimson and Gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong.
At Pittsburg State University.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburg and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
Excellent timing as we welcome you back to Parsons High School. Avi Sharma, Zach Conway back at our 100.7 studios. Cam Molina with you. 2014 is the score. The Vikings lead by 6. It was a fast-paced first quarter of play for Coach Curl's group. They led 17-6, but saw their lead dwindle away as the Purple Dragons found some good looks from Madden Petty, the freshman. She was able to notch 6 points.
She's now out on the floor starting the second half, Cameron.
Taylor left wing before ejecting the ball, 3 steps away to the top of the key where Kroll is at. Kroll will cut to the right wing after giving it off to Taylor. And Taylor in this Vikings offense taking their sweet time, and Taylor is prospecting. I think she wants the lane to clear out so she can attack. Hicks, left wing extended, picks up her dribble. She's under duress. Johnson draped all over her, blanketed, hands still up, ball tossed away. McGlory somehow on the back side of it goes up and draws the foul, and that was really a fortuitous play for the Vikings, and Coach Krotz and company just trying to catch a break. Excellent defense by Johnson as Hicks, in a novice fashion, took one dribble, picked up the basketball 3 steps, 4 steps away even from the top of the key, and then launched it trying to find someone down low, and fortunately enough, McGlory was there, and she will have 2 free throws awaiting her. She is 0-1 in this contest as she banks in the front of her 2 attempts.
That was you couldn't have said any better. I think that was the luckiest attempt there for Hicks, because she was in no man's land right there, and then a perfect opportunity for the Vikings to take advantage of it.
McGlory goes 1 of 2 following a high skipping shot off the back iron. So 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 3 in the contest, 22-14 the score, and the 2-3 extended zone forces a turnover. Taylor galloping on the break, Euro step, right hand floater, good. Taylor and company have come out firing, scoring 4 consecutive points, and it's back to a 10-point ball game. Matlock in the backcourt will find Casper towards the far side of the court. At the crown of the key, it will be Johnson as she relocates the basketball right wing, skipped over to the left wing. Outside the circle is Casper. She dribbles inside, pull up right hand, deuce goes. And a beautiful shot from Abby Casper. She is 100% from the field, 2 of 2 in the ball game.
That is what Casper does best, Cameron. Drives and takes the wide open shot in the lane.
6:30 left in the third. 24-16 is the score. Dragons trail by 8. Kroll looks for the cutting Corral. Ball jarred loose by Casper. Great defense and even better read. And Johnson was also in the vicinity, so I don't believe that pass would have been able to squeeze in even if it was Tom Brady tossing it.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Well, you're a Tim Tebow fan, and I know that would have been picked off.
That is the worst reference you could have made so far tonight, my friend.
Hicks about 4 steps away from the top of the key before putting the ball right into the belly of Corral, who stands on the mustache of the Viking at midcourt. Taylor receives a bounce pass from Corral, rips through from right to left, dive bombs left baseline, and a foul's called. And that is an interesting foul that was called, to say the least. And it will be on Kidd, her second.
You're not the only one who thought that was interesting. Coach Krotz had his hands open like this for about 10 seconds. He's trying to figure out why.
And a correction, that is 3 on Kidd, 2 on the Dragons in this second half of action as Taylor knocks down her first. And it looked like Taylor was falling as she threw up the shot, and I would have thought it was a travel rather than a foul. Taylor 2 of 3 from the line currently, trying to go 3 of 4 right here. That one's also good. She now has 18 in the ball game. 25-16 is the score. Johnson picks up her dribble towards the left side of the half-court line. Petty, right corner, attacks baseline. Continues to maneuver. Left short corner to Johnson, unable to drill it. Petty is knocked down to the floor. It was last touched by Kidd following the air ball, and it will be Parsons basketball. And Petty says that she was knocked down and she was bulldozed entirely. No foul called, and Coach Krotz, all he can do is have a petulant look on his face, put his right hand over his mouth, and tell his girls to get back defensively. Corral, good ball handling moves against Casper, who is still harassing her. Right wing is Kroll. Kroll looks for the cutting Hicks, but fakes the pass instead. High ball screen set by McGlory. Left side of Kidd, and it's a travel by Kroll.
I'm very curious to know why Kroll is playing on the outside. Looks like they're running a 4-out, 1-in offense, and I feel like Kroll should be on the inside there, Cameron, to cause some problems.
26-16 is the score. 10-point lead for the Vikings as Johnson will interchange with Petty from the left wing extended to the right wing extended. Johnson skip past Petty, left wing 3. That one's an air ball, but it was a design play as the two interchange from the right wings. Corral in transition carry, and that was an easy call as she brought the ball behind her right hip, and then from her hand placement underneath the leather went over the top of it, and it carried it in that fashion. Casper enters enemy territory. Petty, right elbow, where Kidd's at. Skip pass by Matlock, and she had to lean into the pass to get it over the defense, and then Matlock inside goes up through the hands of Hicks, draws the foul. Second on Hicks.
Cameron, I tell you, even though her first couple games have been rough, this is a very good game for Riley Johnson. She has turned things around. That was a great inside pass to her teammate on the inside for Matlock.
Matlock's first free throw takes a hop off the back of the iron, smooches the window, and drops through. This will be the third and fourth attempt tonight for the Dragons from the line, and Matlock goes 1 and 2. Casper tips the ball up, no offensive rebound as Corral is able to corral the basketball, her third rebound of the night. Taylor, top of the key from the crown, goes up right-handed, easy finish. And Taylor, 20 points in the ball game.
The announcer knew that was going in before it even went in. He started calling her name. Nina Taylor is just something else on the inside, Cameron.
Johnson with the ball above her head rotates it to Casper, who finds Petty, and then Petty swacks in the trifecta.
I never get Petty's shot because it has no spin to it whatsoever.
It's like a little floater, a teardrop. Hicks trying to respond in spades, leaves it short. Taylor with the board, goes up, draws the foul, and one. And a cathartic moment as she pumps her left arm, nearly Tiger Woods style. I would think more Serena Williams, as it was angled more down towards the court, and then shouted. 30-20 is the score. Taylor with an opportunity to make it a sweet and one.
If I remember right, Taylor have any shots from the outside?
She does have 3 shots from the outskirt.
Okay. I mean, I've just been seeing nothing but inside shots.
Right block will be Casper. Bounce pass to Petty. Left corner 3 does not go. In transition is Hicks. Hicks has difficulty handling the basketball, but finds a cutting Taylor, who picks up her dribble. Corral at the point. Corral dribbles right-handed, kicks out, right corner. Kroll, her three, good. And that was a 2. 33-20 the score. 3:50 left in the third period of play. Dragons trail by 13.
What a pass.
Johnson gives it. Left short corner, bounces it to Kidd, who finishes with the right hand. In transition, Hicks picks up her dribble left wing. Taylor has it. She wants everyone to clear out from the point area, but then decides to hand it off to Corral. Cutting baseline from right to left will be Kroll as the Parsons offense goes from left to right on your radio dial. Casper's able to come away with the steal. Pokes the ball out of the hand to Corral. Petty, transition layup, goes up, draws a foul and one, and the freshman did a great job of slowing down her pace, drawing the contest against Kroll, and then finishing. And Kroll is baffled that it was a foul, and I don't understand why she was baffled. She whacked Petty on the left shoulder going up, and Kroll will sub out. I believe that is her third, and it is.
How about the freshman, though? That is unbelievable job by how she is playing.
Free throw from Petty does not go. Rebound by Matlock, goes up, draws a foul and one. Caden Matlock, a superb job of grappling the board through traffic and finishing. Matlock to the free throw line, 33-26 the score. Dragons trailing by 7. Now make it 6 as Matlock converts the and one. In the backcourt, Corral against a diamond press, and a timeout is used by Coach Kroll. 3 minutes left in the third. 33-27 is the score, a 6-point lead for the Vikings, and a surging Dragon team filled with confidence. Back at 32nd with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Purple Dragon cheerleaders imbued with talent, shouting at the fan section that has traveled well for Pittsburg High School, decked out in their purple and white uniforms, getting a rise out of the crowd. 3 minutes left in the third. 33-27 is the score. The Dragons trail by 6 points. Avi Sharma, Zach Conway, Cam Molina with you for ESPN 100.7. Coach Chris Kratz and the rest of his Purple Dragons seeking their first victory on the season, starting off 0-2, a loss to Lewisburg and a loss Tuesday to Independence by double digits. And the Vikings will have the inbound. It will be a baseline inbound near side of the court to the right of the basketball goal. Taylor scans, looks to her left, and she finds Hicks. Hicks has had a lot of difficulties dribbling tonight. Casper comes out to defend Corral. Corral wedged in between two different Purple Dragons defender and Sophia Penamani and Casper. In and out move by Corral. Beautiful ball handling skills by Corral. Crosses over right in front of Casper, toying with her. And the meddling Casper drops back to the defend following the pass to Taylor. Taylor uses the high ball screen by McLaury, leans into it too, misses. Taylor tries to track down the offensive rebound, cannot grab it. Matlock following the defensive rebound, looks and forces it to Petty. Petty on the break, right-handed. Great lay-in by Petty.
You're not lying, Cameron. When the Dragons go on offense, they score.
And in transition, Petty is able to come away with the steal, but it is a foul on the floor. It will be on Casper. That is the second on Casper, as it will be a free throw for Corral as she was in the process of shooting. So 2 shots for Corral. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. The team as a whole, 7 of 12, make it 8 of 13 now. Petty having a few words with Coach Kratz. Second shot for Corral, no good. Rebound by Kidd. So Kidd does a great job securing the rebound. Handling the spheres, Casper delivers a Obtuse angle bounce pass to the right wing where Petty's at. Picking up her dribble, Sophia Pinamani. Left block, right back to Casper against this 2-3 zone. Petty, 3 on its way, and Petty has ignited this Pittsburg High School team. The score 34-32. Dragons only trail by 2 now.
She is on fire, Cameron. She is scoring like it's no thing from the inside, from the outside. You feed Petty the rock on the offensive end if you're the Dragons.
The Dragons trailed by 13. Midway through the second quarter, they scored their first bucket of the second quarter at the 4:18 mark. A travel by Hicks on the opposite end of the floor. And it's a turnover by Parsons, so the Dragons have the chance to tie or take the lead here.
Huge, huge possession right now.
Sophia Pinamani right back to Casper, delivers a shotgun pass down low, tipped away by Bador. It was angled to Matlock, who was posted on the left block. Petty to inbound. She has 17 in the ballgame. Petty slaps the leather with her right hand. Scans. Finds Casper. Casper goes up, right hand floater. We are tied at 34. Casper with 6. Corral trying to push the envelope. Right corner 3 is up by Bador. Left side of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Casper. She scans in transition. To the right wing, she finds Petty. Petty has it, and she is fouled. That is the 4th team foul committed by the Vikings. 1:17 left in the third, 34 all. And that is on Taylor, her second. And again, the team's 4th. Baseline inbound from the left side of the goal towards the near side of the court. Sophia Pinamani has it right wing. From the cursive script on the court to the right corner where Casper is at. Casper bounce past the kid. 3 ball straight away by Petty, but it's a teasing, swimming basketball around the hoop and does not go through. 34 all still. Corral chucks up a 3 and drains it right in the eye of Casper. Corral, the goal to knock down a trifecta with a player right in her face. Petty receives the pass from Casper, attacks right baseline, wrap around pass to Sophia Pinamani. She has to regain composure of it. Casper, straightaway 3, goes up off the heel of the iron. Jump ball recovered by Corral. Corral scans, galloping on the break, goes up, left-handed, floater, good, no and 1 though. And a correction, the floater is no good. It will be 2 shots for Corral. And Corral has struggled from the field tonight. 1 of 5. From the free throw line, 2 of 4. Corral knocks down her first.
Foul was on Sophia Pinamani. So now it's a 4-point game, 34 seconds on the clock. Purple Dragons are going to get it one more time, Cameron. And I'd say just run this thing down and get that last shot.
Corral goes 1 of 2. She has 6 points, 3 rebounds. 4-point game, 38-34, Dragons trail. They knotted it up at 34 with just about a minute and a half remaining in this third quarter. Pressure against Casper. Petty steps through, and it is a foul on the floor against Bador.
I tell you, I think Petty got lucky there. I thought she
traveled a little bit.
Bit of a hop after she picked up her dribble. But
Petty, her first offering, swirls around the rim.
Just like her last 3, just rimmed out, man. Hot streak going away just because the rim's not liking it.
She is shooting her 4th and 5th free throws of the night. Petty kicks up the left leg, second opportunity is good. She's 3 of 5 from the stripe, 18 points. Score 38-35, 20 ticks left in the third. Dragons will try to not foul. And if they are lucky, force a turnover. The Vikings will look to Taylor on the right wing, guarded by Matlock. Taylor finds Hicks at the crown of the key. Back to Corral, deep 3, chucked up, nearly hits another one. Rebound by Sophia Pinamani, looks up and notices it's too late, holds on to it. And that is the end of the third quarter of play. 38-35, and my goodness, according to Shelby White, one of our co-workers, this is considered a barn burner. We will bring you back the final climatic quarter of play from Parsons High School. 38-35, a 3-point lead for the hometown Vikings when we return here on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program, and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Let's go back live courtside.
We are at the top of the 4th. 38-35 is the score from Parsons High School, where the Dragons are seeking their first victory of the season, down 3, and what a valiant effort it has been, trailing by 13 against the Vikings and Nina Taylor, who has 23 in the contest. But they were able to rebound in the second quarter, outscoring the Vikings 8-3, and in the third quarter of play, tied it up for the first time tonight at 34 apiece with 1:30 left in the third. The Dragons seeking to go 1-2 on the season and also etch a win into the league column. Avi Sharma with the Zach Conway back at a 100.7 studio. Cam Molina with you. Casper has it in the front court of the Vikings. The Purple Dragon offense going from right to left on your dial. Johnson, skip, Petty, left wing 3 is up. That one is good. And my goodness, Madden Petty has put on a scoring exhibition. She has 22 in the contest, and the freshman has been lights out. Taylor rips through from left to right, bombards 3 Purple Dragons, barreling over them, and Johnson, Petty, and Kidd, and the foul is called against Petty.
It's like a bowling ball hitting pins right there. Everybody fell down.
On the far side of the court, Taylor trying to initiate the inbound. It's a stack set towards the left block. Taylor skims in and over the top of the defense to Hicks. Correll has it. She has 6 in the ball game. 38 apiece is the score. 7:30 left in the ball game. Taylor, right wing extended, has Kroll about 2 steps away from the crown of the key. 3-pointer on its way and good from Correll as she is able to respond.
Wow, that shot was impressive.
And some deep threes for Correll, and then a skip pass by Johnson to Petty, and it's a foul on Taylor, who was trying to read the route and jump it. That is the 3rd on Taylor, the 6th against the Vikings, who were up 3, 41-38. But how about Madden Petty in the ball game? 7 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from behind the arc, including 4 of 6 from the field free throw line, 22 points overall. Johnson finds the cutting Casper. She's inside the key. Wide open on the left block is Matlock, but she blows the 4-foot jump shot.
Another one rimmed out.
And that is a situation where you need to go with a power dribble and force your way up and bruise past the defense. Johnson closes out on Hicks on the right wing. Far side wing will be Correll. Lobs it up, nearly gets the bank to open up on this Friday night. Petty darts it over to the cutting Casper. She's inside the key. Steps through, had almost a perfect point-blank range shot, but instead finds Johnson at the crown of the key. Casper, kick out, left wing 3 on its way, no good. Petty offensive board, goes up, and she will draw the contact. Not sure if it is on Kroll or Taylor. It will be on Kroll, her 4th. 17th foul committed by the Vikings, so bonus the rest of the way for the Dragons, as Petty's only missed 2 free throws tonight. Kicks up her left leg for a second, and too strong with the free throw.
Seems that she always misses her first one and then makes the second one. Now keep in mind now, Cameron, we just saw Kroll comes out of the game. She has 4 fouls. You'll probably see her back in the game with 3 minutes left.
McGlory will sub in, and she's done fine in the stead of Kroll. And it looks like it was a lane violation by the Dragons, so the free throw will not count. 41-38 is the score. Parsons lead it by 3. 6:30 left in the ball game, and a foul by Petty, and Petty is baffled at the decision. That is a 17 foul by the Dragons, so Correll will head to the free throw line, and she will have a 1-and-1 opportunity. She's 50% from the bar tonight, 3 of 6, and as a team, the Vikings 9 of 16.
And even though your hands are up acting like the innocent one, Cameron, you always get caught. It seems that Petty was bumping into Correll as she was attempting to drive down.
Correll knocks down her first free throw. She's 4 of 7 tonight now as Petty picked up her 3rd. Correll with the white legging spins the ball in her hand twice, settles herself. A shoulder shot that is popped up into the air by Bador and rebounded by Casper. Casper with Correll on the right hip finds Johnson, left wing. Looks in the post where Matlock was trying to size up against McGlory. Casper with the sphere, darts it over, and really a fluttering pass to the left corner where Johnson penetrates inside the circle, kicks it back out to Casper, who finds Petty, who attacks the right short corner, tries to go with a wraparound pass to Matlock. It's off of Matlock's foot. Taylor comes away with the steal.
I don't think Matlock saw that one coming. She wasn't ready for it, and therefore turnover by the Purple Dragons at a crucial time in the game.
4-point lead for the Vikings, 42-38. Bador swiftly moves the ball over to the cursive script text in Parsons towards the far side of the court. Corral steps through, left-hand floater, rebounded by Kidd. Kidd gives it up to Johnson. Johnson, Petty, right corner, steps through, attacks the baseline again. Euro step, goes up right-handed, and a tough shot from Adam Petty. But the freshman, despite her being so young, seems so mature. And wide open is McGlory on the opposite end of the floor. She leaked past the entire defense for an easy lay-in. Mental mistakes by this Dragons team. 44-40 is the score, so instead of it being a one-possession game, it's back to 2. 5 minutes left. Petty, 3. Swirls out. Ball is loose. Matlock dives for it. Hicks has it. She teeters along the near side baseline, and then Taylor rushes past Petty, and Petty can't believe that it was a foul on her. That is 4 on Petty now. Sophia Pinamani comes in, and it's tough when a freshman is excelling on the floor to have 4 fouls, and that's for any stellar player, actually.
Well, Cameron, you know, you got to say she's doing well. She's got to keep her cool. The freshman's got to relax and make smart plays. That was a good call by the referees on Petty. She was over-aggressive.
Taylor with a 1-on-1 opportunity, sinks her first opportunity. Taylor with her black Nikes with a white swoosh, has a left knee brace, spins the ball in front of her, spins it in her mitts. Second opportunity is no good as it dances off the lip of the iron. 5 of 8 from the stripe tonight. Casper picks up her dribble, and a timeout used by Coach Krotz. It's a 5-point ball game, 45-40, 4:49 left in the contest. The Dragons reeling following a great third quarter of play, and Petty has 4 fouls. She will sub and return here on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters, back in 30 seconds.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Let's go back live courtside.
It's a 5-point ball game, and Viking Santa in attendance for Parsons High School. Currently chatting it up with the student section. The Dragons more tuned into what's happening on the court. 45-40, the hometown Vikings lead it. Chris Krotz using a timeout prior to our break. Bounce pass to Sophia Pinamani, right wing extended. She picks up her dribble. The spectacle Pinamani looks low to Kidd. Beautiful post entry pass. It's broken up by McGlory. The galloping Taylor takes off. Euro step, left hand float, does not go. Casper comes up with the board. Numbers for the Purple Dragons. Casper has Hicks on her left hip. Thought about going up through traffic, instead finds Kidd, 2 short. Rebound by Bador. And the pace will settle now as Corell and company will take it nice and slow. And Kidd has had struggles tonight, 0-3 from the field. Even more so, the Dragons have struggled in being disciplined. They've allowed the Parsons Vikings to go to the free throw line 21 times in this contest. They are +5 and makes, 11-6. Curling will be McGlory before she comes up and sets a screen from Bador, who interchanges with Taylor. In and out move by Taylor, shrugging off Matlock for half of a second. 3:50 left in the ball game, 5-point game, 45-40, Parsons leads. Taylor dribbles with her left hand, finds Corell, who's double teamed by Matlock and Casper. Corell has a little bit of an edge. Another beautiful Euro step is displayed, and she goes right into the chest of Petty with her hand straight up, and Corell is able to score her third field goal of the contest. Casper at the point, her team trailing by 7. Petty, head fake, attacks baseline. Goes, reverse lay-in, short, rebound by McGlory, and now it has just been, hey, let's get Petty the ball and see what happens, but she is doubled and even triple teamed at times, and the freshman has 24 points before the turnover by Hicks on the opposite end of the floor. Kroll subs back in for Bador. Kroll has 4 fouls, keep that in mind. 17 fouls by the Vikings, 8 by the Dragons. Casper oscillating the ball with her right hand. Using her left hand to make almost a talking motion. Hicks comes out to guard Petty, right wing. Sophia Penamani looks for the cutting Casper, up and under, plows inside the lane. Fall away two is an air ball. Crow will just let it go. Under 3 to go, 47-40 is the score, and the Dragons have found themselves in a little bit of a lull offensively. 9-5 is the scoring advantage for the Vikings in this fourth quarter. Penamani defending Corral. Casper comes over to double. Taylor in the front court, looks for a wide open McGlory. Quick shot, too strong. And that was from the left block and an easy rebound by Casper. She forks it over right wing. Petty, Casper, straight away wide open three. Tried to use the window, no good. Kidd has the ball poked loose by Taylor. Taylor on the break, goes up right-handed and throws it up, and a foul is called. And that will most likely be on Sophia Penamani. And it is on Penamani. That is her second. 2:30 left in the ball game, 47-40, and Taylor has a good chance to extend the lead to 9 points here. Taylor, good on her first free throw. She is shooting her 9th and 10th shot from the stripe tonight. She is 6 of 9 currently. Penamani subs out. Petty will come in for the Purple Dragons. Taylor. Second free throw's no good, too strong, and it's off the back of the orange. Casper has the ball poked loose by Corral in the front court on the opponent's side of everything. 2:20 left in the ball game. 48-40 is the score. Purple Dragons down 8. Casper and company working the ball around fluidly. Casper, left elbow, finds Johnson. Left wing 2 goes up, does not fall. Kidd, a great grappling board, goes up and draws a foul against Taylor.
That was a big rebound by Kidd on the inside. 2:09 on the clock. Got to make these free throws right here, Cameron.
And it has been a no-show for the front court tonight for the Purple Dragons in terms of scoring. Kidd, no points, 0-3 shooting. Matlock with 6 points after having 20 combined points against Independence. And now Kidd is able to notch her first point of the contest. She will have a second free throw waiting for her and able to whittle the score down to within 6 here.
And Cameron, with that foul, Nina Taylor has 4 fouls against her for the Vikings. Keep that in mind.
Taylor weaves in and out of traffic. Beautiful move, bounce pass. McGlory left block, and she's able to finish. And my goodness, what a physical specimen in Taylor as she navigated all the way through the Purple Dragon defense, almost like the DeLorean through New York Times rush hour, and losing the ball out of bounds with McGlory on the Purple Dragon side of things. It will be Purple Dragon basketball. Casper inbounds, shoots it over to Johnson, who mishandles it. Hicks, open path, swatted away and a foul. So with that, it is the 10th team foul committed by the Purple Dragon. So double bonus for the Vikings.
Good foul by Riley Johnson, though. Make Hicks, who we have not seen put up a free throw yet, earn it from the charity stripe. Now that's 4 on Riley Johnson.
First free throw. Good by Hicks. She is now 1 of 3 from the stripe tonight. And she will have a second free throw waiting her here in just a moment. Has her feet shoulder length apart. Left-hand shooter does not convert. She's 1 of 4 from the line. 9. Rebound by Casper. Casper to Johnson, left wing. Casper will set a cross screen for Petty, who's down the left wing. Petty interchanges with Casper as she rotates the basketball to the cutting Johnson at the crown of the key. Petty, left short corner, is able to split 2 defenders for Parsons. Goes up right hand, draws the foul. No and 1 though. That is on the floor. The 19th foul committed by the Vikings, and Petty will have a 1-and-1 opportunity.
And I tell you, I think Petty got away with it again. I think she took 1 too many steps, dodged another bullet on the inside. Petty needs to make these.
Petty, 50% from the stripe tonight. 4 of 8. 3 dribbles from the line, spins the leather in her hand. First offering, no good. Johnson trying to track down the board. It's swatted away by McGlory, and it will be Parsons basketball. And that is quickly reversed, I think. And the near side official completely whipped on that. And it will be Purple Dragon basketball. And we have a great vantage point here at Parsons High School. Shout out to Anthony Hack, the boys basketball coach, for getting us set up prior to us coming here. And the officials are going to signal for a timeout used by the Purple Dragons. $1:30 left in the contest. 51-41 is the score. Dragons trail by 10. We're back in 30 seconds with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
And we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7. Last 1:30 of action. Coach Krotz and company seeking their first victory of the season against the hometown Parsons Vikings, who lead 51-41. It was a ball that was last touched by the Vikings that went out of bounds, so the Purple Dragons will have a side out from the near side of the court as Johnson gets it from Casper to the left of the scores table. Casper gets it from Johnson once more. Casper crosses over from right to left before interchanging with Petty. Petty, a beautiful looking bounce pass to Johnson to the cutting Casper, and Casper is able to jackknife inside the lane and put it up with the right hand soft touch finish. Corral, no look bounce pass. McGlory sets up, cannot convert. A minute left in the ball game. 51-43 is the score. The Dragons will have to operate with precision. The Surgeons go to work. Johnson, left short corner, has Matlock. Matlock will find Johnson to a cutting Petty. Goes the basketball. Petty fights through traffic, lobs it up right-handed with 54 seconds left. Matt and Petty will have 2 free throws. The Dragons go into the double bonus, and in addition, Matt and Petty is seeking her 25th point of the night. The freshman has been sublime. A brilliant performance off the bench for her, and she has carried the load offensively for this team. And with that, 5 fouls by Kroll, and her evening is done. Bador will sub in for the Vikings. Petty drills her first. 11th attempt coming up for Petty, as she is 5 of 10, 50% on the night. Petty dribbles with the right hand. Crouch down. Springs up. Too strong. Matlock cannot come down with the rebound. Instead it is Taylor. Taylor finds Corral. Corral has the ball poked loose. Casper has it. 48 ticks left. Casper looks up. Cutting Petty. Bounce pass. Matlock. Backside. Scores. 51-46 is the score. 5-point lead. Corral pressured in the backcourt. Triple team, skips it to Hicks. Hicks looks slow to McGlory. 35 seconds left, and a smart decision by the Vikings to back it out. Casper poking the ball, no foul, and finally there is a foul, but a good 10 seconds cut away from the clock. Great late game execution by the Dragons, but it may be too little too late for Coach Krotz's group. 5-point game. Corral will head to the free throw line. This will be her 9th and 10th attempt tonight, as the first one dances off the lip and goes through. Corral with a chance to hit the 60% mark here. She goes 1 and 2. Casper will dribble the ball past midcourt. A timeout used by Coach Krotz. 52-46 is the score. 25-second ball game left. As the boys basketball team for each respective side making their way out onto the hardwood, awaiting the upcoming contest. The Parsons Vikings, who are 2-2 on the season under the tutelage of Anthony Houck, will look to take on the defending SEK boys basketball champions in the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons, who have started off their season 2-0. They beat Lewisburg double digits and then Independence by 11 on Tuesday. So make sure to tune in for that matchup. following the conclusion of this one. And as soon as this contest is over, we will go over final statistics and segue into an interview with Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolf. So immediately after that, Anthony Hack for the Parsons Vikings, as both teams are set to break away for the final 25 ticks. 52-46 is the score. Dragons trail it by 6.
Big timeout by Coach Kotz, gathering his girls and talking to them. Says, hey, we don't necessarily need to take a three-point shot here, Cameron. Obviously, it's preferred to make it a one-possession game, but you don't always have to take that three. You can get an inside look, get a quick steal, and then potentially cut it down even more.
Petty will inbound from the backcourt. She has Casper. Casper to Johnson. Johnson swiftly moves the ball over back to the apex of the key. Skip past to Petty. Petty has it inside the lane. Go through. Throws it up right-handed, cannot convert. Matlock on the backside. She finishes. 14 seconds left. 4-point ball game. Corral. Ball is jarred loose, but a foul by Johnson. And that is 5 on Johnson. And her night is done. Oh, correction. I think that is her 3rd, not her 5th. And a quick confirmation from the scores table is as such. She has 3. Thanks a lot, Avi.
I thought she had, no, 4.
No, that's her player number. She is number 4. She has 3 fouls. Come on, Avi. Simple maths. Mathematics. Corral misses the front of her 2 shots. She'll have her 12th attempt coming up here pretty soon. Corral goes 1-2 and is now 6-12 from the line. And Parsons will use a timeout. 11 seconds left. 53-48 is the score. And down the stretch, the Vikings struggling from the line in the ball game, just hovering above 50%, 15 of 29. But you would expect that from a high school game, around 50, 55%. But the fact that this club has reached the line 29 times is a bit appalling.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's what happens when you drive and draw in the defenders to go up and make a shot. Parsons has done a very good job by that all night long. You've seen that by Nina Taylor time and time again tonight. 5-point game, 11 seconds on the clock. It's not over, Cameron. It's not looking good for the Purple Dragons. They got to get their shots. They got to make it, and they got to foul quickly as soon as they make it.
Well, at this rate, you would imagine you are inbounding from the backcourt, and you have a lot of room to maneuver before getting into Parsons territory. And I think the Vikings will come out with a full-court press. At least I would if I was Coach Kroll, to put more pressure and strain on the Dragons. I think your first option in this situation is Petty, and just tell her, you have the shot, take it.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. But the thing is, Nina Taylor is baiting that lob pass over there, and Taylor's gotten close almost every time. Petty does a good job cutting inside to get the pass.
Casper gives it near midcourt from the pass from Matlock. Casper picks it up trailing. Matlock 3 is up. It goes down. 5 ticks left.
They gotta go.
51-53. Purple Dragons trail, and the ball is held by the Vikings.
That was a smart call
on the inbounds in a smart play by Parsons to come away with a 2-point victory, 53-51. Just too little, too late for this Pittsburgh team, who played a sublime brand of basketball in the second half of action. And with that, we will take a 2-minute break, come back with the game stats, and we will segue into boys action. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family...
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you've become part of something more.
We're a family of crimson and gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong.
At Pittsburg State University.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI, Quality Structures Incorporated, specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
For over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
Let's go back live courtside.
What a valiant effort by the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons, falling to the hometown Parsons Vikings 53-51. And it was a comeback that was staged in the second quarter. After trailing by as much as 13 in the first half, the Dragons surged forward, resting on their laurels as the freshman Madden Petty dropped 25 in the contest, and then Caden Matlock with 13 points, 4 rebounds. It was just not enough as time was not on the Dragons' side. Let's quickly go over the statistics. We'll begin with the Purple Dragons. 4 points for Johnson in a bounce-back effort. 13 points for Matlock. 1 for Caitlin Kidd, including 2 rebounds. 8 points for Casper, including 5 boards. 25 points for Madden Petty, including 4 from the field, 4 of 5 from downtown, 5 of 11 from the free throw line. If the Dragons had hit just another 2 or 3 of their free throws, they would have potentially won this game as they shot 50%, 8 of 16. And as for the hometown Vikings, 4 points for Hicks. Nina Taylor, 25 in the contest. She had 14 at intermission, 13 after 1. The Dragons did a superb job of holding her in the second to just 1 point. 8 points by McGlory, including 4 boards. And then Corral, 14 points, including some really pretty three-pointers, and Corral rounds it off with 2 points. And with that, the Purple Dragons dropped to 0-3 on the season, still continuing to seek their first win. Saturday, they will be in Webb City along with the boys taking on Walnut Grove. The boys will take on Parkview. We will get more into that matchup later in the broadcast, but let's turn our attention to the boys matchup. Head coach Kylie Rolf says, well, as Anthony Houck looking to duke it out for SEK supremacy. Houck and Company 500 on the season at 2-2. Rolf's 2-0 on the season and looking to have a 2-0 lead in the SEK League following tonight's matchup. We will hear it from the horse's mouth. After a 30-second commercial break, we will be joined by head coach Rolfs and Houck after this quick intermission. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to the home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
It's that time of year, Christmas shopping. Stop by Jocksnitz to get your Christmas list checked off. All new Adidas and Nike arrivals that look so cozy for men and women. Jocksnitz Sporting Goods has new Brooks and Adidas tennis shoes arriving daily. 'Tis the season for leggings and half-zips. Many brands and schools to offer to get your list done. Jocksnitz Sporting Goods in downtown Pittsburgh and Parsons has everything you need to shrink that Christmas list.
You got the sports look of today. Sporting Goods from Jocksnitz.
Hello, and we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. Cam Molina, joined by Pittsburgh High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolf. Coach, last time out, you took on an Independence Bulldog team. You were able to triumph over them by a sizable margin. How does it feel to have the first league victory of the year?
Well, it was nice. It was nice to get back on the floor after that. You know, we had about a 10-day break there between our first 2 games, so it was nice to just get back on the floor, and then, you know, getting a win is always obviously makes it a little bit that much sweeter. And you know, I felt like we made some strides in some areas that we worked on over break. But yet at the same time, we found out we still got a lot of things to work on. So it was good to get to 1-0 in the league and win that first home game without a doubt.
Coach, I'm not sure how big of an issue this is on your mind, but the free throw shooting the last couple of games has been somewhat inconsistent. Last time out, 15 of 36 from the stripe. Has that been a concern for you at all?
Well, I mean, it is, and it is. I mean, we believe in our you know, if you make a bigger deal of those things than they are, then I think it tends to get in kids' heads even more. I think, you know, the main thing is you work on free throws every day in practice, and we do a lot. And we have kids that are good free throw shooters. I mean, I can sit here and honestly and firmly tell you that and believe it without a question. We just, you know, we haven't shot it that well, and we got in the other night. I just really thought we let it get to us, get in our heads a little bit, and we just weren't able to really get in a rhythm there. But I have confidence we'll be fine moving forward.
And, Coach, obviously, with you saying that you aren't concerned by any stretch of the imagination, but you do have to be pleased with the amount of times your boys have been able to get to the free throw line. That has been a strength.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that was one of our emphasis coming into that game against Indy. Is we wanted to get the ball inside and really put pressure on them, especially number 23, the Lewis kid for them. We really wanted to go after him on our offensive end, try to help us limit him on their offensive end. And I thought our kids did a really good job of doing that. We got them into early foul trouble, and you know, we just weren't able to take full advantage of it by knocking down free throws. But you know, yeah, getting to the free throw line more and considerably more than the opponent is really a really significant statistic.
Currently talking with Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolf. Coach, can you touch on your guards and their unselfishness? It seems that time and time again we see Elkamil or Butcher or Rolfs on the perimeter decide to pass up maybe a deep 2 or a deep 3 and look for something more crisp inside. Can you touch on that?
Well, it's just it's the way, you know, our guys play. It's the way we expect to play. I mean, we try to make the basketball play. Our guys understand how to play and what we want to get done. And you know, it's more about the we than the me is you know, one thing we've talked about in the past. And you know, that's you know, it's expected. It's definitely appreciated from their coaches. There's no doubt. But I mean, our guys are an unselfish group, and they're willing to do what it takes to win the game.
Coach, you've been able to hold the first 2 opponents you've played this season under 50 points. Can you talk about the defensive mentality and intensity from your club?
Yeah, and that's where I felt like we really made some strides from our first game to our second game. We really tried to concentrate on our half-court defensive, on the half-court defensive end over that 10-day break, and I thought our guys really responded. I thought we played for about 3.5 quarters of that game against Independence. I thought we played really well defensively and really gave them some trouble on their offensive end, and it allowed us to still win the game without shooting the ball well, and that's something we've always, you know, emphasized in our program, was that, you know, the 2 things you can do every night, no matter what, is defend and rebound. And you know, there's nights when the ball's not going in, there's nights when it does go in, but if you're doing those 2 things every night, defending and rebounding, you're always going to give yourself a shot. And I thought our guys really showed that we made some improvement in that area on Tuesday night.
Well, Coach, not only does that message resonate throughout your starters, but your reserves as well. Can you touch on your bench and their productivity through the first 2 games of the year?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, guys come off ready to contribute, and you know, we've had different combinations in there without a lot of drop off, and that's always what you're hoping for as a coach, is that you can go to your bench and you can, you know, still not you know, lose any momentum or any of the energy that you got. And I think our guys have done a good job of coming off the bench and trying to give us more energy, and it's been advantageous to us so far, and we'll definitely need it going forward.
Coach, you seek to go 2-0 in the SEK League. You'll be able to take on a Parsons Viking team that's fairly talented. Anthony Houck has done a fantastic job coaching over there for the last couple of years. Can you give me your insight into tonight's matchup?
Well, they are very talented. That's the biggest insight I can give you. They are a talented group. They're very, very athletic. Probably one of the quickest and fastest teams that we'll face all year long, and so our ability to deal with that, especially on their home court, will be a significant factor tonight. We'll need to play, and as well as we defended on Tuesday, we'll probably have to defend that much better tonight, especially on their home court. They're a team of runs. You know, they can really get it going, and when they get it going, they're a load to deal with. So our ability, I think, just to kind of try to stay settled, stay locked in, and really make them have to earn some things on their offensive end of the floor will be a significant factor for us tonight.
Once again, that was the Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach, Kylie Rolf. When we return to ESPN 100.7, you'll be joined by the Parsons Viking head boys basketball coach, Anthony Houck. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
What does it take to have a truly positive reputation? At Vogel Heating and Cooling, we know reputation is earned by consistent performance, by serving our customers' best interest, by providing top-quality, energy-efficient ream equipment and service for Southeast Kansas homeowners. Vogel Heating and Cooling is a Ream Factory authorized dealer and has been serving the area for over 20 years. Turn to the experts. Turn to Vogel Heating and Cooling.
Let's go back live courtside.
Back out here to Parsons High School. I'm Sharma here along with Cameron Molina. Cameron slowly taking his time up the stairs. We have about 8 minutes till the boys game hops back on. As you heard it from Coach Rolf himself. And Cameron, I'll let you take it away, buddy.
Yeah, Coach Rolf's and company coming to this matchup with a 2-0 record so far. They are able to take on Anthony Houck's Viking squad. But one thing that really stood out to me, Avi, from the Pittsburgh side of things, is the fact of how aggressive they are. This is a veteran-laden bunch. They do a great job of attacking inside the lane. They rarely shy away from contact. Over the last 2 games, they've had at least 25 attempts from the free throw line in the Lewisburg contest and the Independence contest. So being able to go inside and score against this undersized Viking team will be crucial tonight. And as for the Vikings in this ball game, they have a medley of young players, but they will have a change of the starting lineup tonight as Luke Wogamont will start at the center position to try to mitigate some of that hike. Derek Williams, one of the team's leading scorers, will not be in the starting lineup, and he will be coming off the bench in this contest. Daquan Johnson as well as Devontae Yates will be leaned on a lot tonight, and this is a Vikings team that only lost by 3 points to Labette County, and Labette County has a lot of playmakers. You talk about Javon Magic Relaford for the Grizzlies, who had 38 points, a career high, and Easton Dean, who dropped double-digit points in there. And with that, I do want to segue just really quick. Javon Relaford for the Grizzlies. Grandma passed away this past week, and it's very sad to say that he attended her funeral on Saturday, watched her buried, and then came out Tuesday, dedicated the game to her, wrote on his shoes, #Rest in Peace Granny, and dropped 38 points. My condolences go out to the Relaford family. All of ESPN's family condolences go out to Relaford and his family as well. And keep fighting on, and that kid is quite the talent. I think he has a bright future in front of him, and as a senior, he's going to lead that Grizzly pack against this Pittsburgh team, possibly in a clash for the SEK title sooner rather than later. And with that, with 6.5 minutes remaining before the beginning of the contest, we will take a 2-minute commercial break and bring you back more action from Parsons High School as we will go over the starting lineup and some more details coming into tonight's matchup. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to the home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
It's that time of year, Christmas shopping. Stop by Jocksnitz to get your Christmas list checked off. All new Adidas and Nike arrivals that look so cozy for men and women. Jocksnitz Sporting Goods has new Brooks and Adidas tennis shoes arriving daily. 'Tis the season for leggings and half-zips. Many brands and schools to offer to get your list done. Jocksnitz Sporting Goods in downtown Pittsburgh and Parsons has everything you need to shrink that Christmas list.
You got the sports look of today. Sporting goods from Jocksnitz.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
We welcome you back out to Parsons, Kansas, where the boys game is about to start. We are 4 minutes away from that. As before break, Cameron had these starting lineups for the Parsons Vikings, and now we'll go ahead and get you these starting lineups for the Purple Dragons. You have Chase Curtis, Drew Rolfs, Gavin Elkamil, Marquis English, and Jarek Butcher. And then coming off the bench, you have the dominant in Isaac Leverins. You have Kafka, Dalton Gromer. This is such a talented team all around, a very experienced team like Cameron mentioned. 4 of the 5 starters were on last year's team that started. So this team has a bunch of experience, and they have potential to do a lot of good things throughout the year. Marquis English, one of the guys that everybody circles his name on, and they want to focus on him, but you can't do that when you have Chase Curtis down low with him. And then Drew Rolfs is a 3-point specialist, and then Jarek Butcher, who is a person who likes to take care of the basketball, and then a point guard in Gavin Elkamil is the perfect guy you want.
And Avi, you're exactly right. I think the overarching word you're looking for is complementary pieces. You have 2 great front court players in English. You have Curtis in English, I beg your pardon, and then Rolfs on the outside who complements everybody very well. Butcher is a bulldog of a defender. He works the ball around the perimeter fairly efficiently. And then you have Gavin Elkamil, who really is a renaissance man for this team. He does a great job facilitating the basketball. He's athletic. He can live above the rim. Good on rebounding. He has a good outside jump shot as well. But against this Parsons team, you're going to face athletes like none other you face this season. This area has been really known for some great athletes over the years, and it's going to come down to, can you defend against those speedy players on the perimeter and force the ball out of their hands and make sure to get it away from their playmakers. I think that's going to be the big key tonight. And with that, 2:13 remaining before the beginning of the contest, there will be National Anthem 2, so we will take a 2-minute commercial break and bring you the National Anthem that will begin tonight's contest. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
Advanced technology, comprehensive quality care. That's Canar Eye Care. We have the newest technology, but we never lose sight of what's most important, our patients. Eye care has changed dramatically in recent years, and we've been there for you every step of the way. At Canar Eye Care, patients spend time with doctors. Total eye care from contact lenses, including bifocal contacts, treatment of disease, and surgical co-management. Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
If you are in
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I heard CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, security cameras and homes, generators, solar panels, and signs for business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
Let our skill. Urgent care.
with common sense checking at University Bank.
A rousing rendition of the national anthem here inside Parsons High School, and we are set to begin the boys varsity matchup here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7. To start with, special thanks go out to our board op back at our KSHQ studio and Mr. Connors. So, Avi, for this contest, you look at a Pittsburg High School team that has been terrific dating back to last year. We're able to make the state playoffs, and they come into this contest against an SEK foe, and they're really trying to stand out early on. And I think, as you and I talked about, it boils down to how the front court will play tonight. And let's quickly go over some of those front court mates as we go through the starting rotation tonight. Beginning, the senior forward for Pittsburg High School and Chase Curtis. Flanking him in the backcourt will be Marquis English, the senior. Gavin Elkamill, Drew Rolfs, and Jared Butcher all on the perimeter tonight for the Purple Dragons. And as for the Parsons Vikings and the 2-2 Anthony Hopkins, Daquan Johnson, Ezekiel Lyons, Devontae Yates, Joel Sheeby, and Luke Wolgamott. So you look at this Parsons Vikings lineup, and Luke Wolgamott getting the nod to start tonight. He has superior size compared to a lot of the other players, but you also put Derek Williams on the bench and hope that he can thrive coming off in that secondary platoon swapping role.
It seems that this Parsons Vikings team, like you mentioned, Cameron, they're very talented. Now, how disciplined can they be? That's the big thing. And, you know, if I'm the Vikings, I want to attack the Purple Dragons because, let's face it, you and I called that game Tuesday. They played pretty sloppy. They weren't the best that they normally could be. But that's what happens when you only play 2 games this season so far. The chemistry's not there yet, Cameron, but it's growing. This team has got a lot of potential to do a lot of great things. And I also got to say, I think this Parsons team is going to be really fun to watch going against this matchup.
You talk about they're fun to watch. In addition, you mentioned chemistry. For one, Coach Houck brings in a transfer in Lyons, so he's had just small portions of time to hang out with the team and X amount of practices to compare to many of these guys who are sophomores and juniors really being integrated into Coach Houck's system effectively. But you also have to add the Vikings have played 4 games compared to Pittsburgh's 2. Now you can bring about the conversation of talent level and caliber, in which Pittsburgh, I think, kind of wins in that area, but in the same respect, Parsons' in-game experience, I think, kind of trumps everything. So through 4 games this year, this team is 2-2. They lost to Emporia by 14. They were very close in that contest. They were only up 4 points and then kind of squander the lead late in the game, and then Coffeyville nearly a 20-point victory, and then Independence almost a 30-point victory, and then as discussed during the girls' game, it was a 3-point loss against Labette County. So there's nothing too much to sit there and dwell on, especially in a negative fashion. If you're Parsons, just put your head down, truck through tonight, and try to get past this big obstacle in Pittsburg High School. As will be Marquis English in the purple uniform with white numerals and lettering against the Parsons Vikings. Jumper in Devontae Yates in his white home uniform with blue checkered pattern on the back of the neck and shoulder, as well as a short with blue numerals and lettering trimmed in yellow. As Drew Rolfs handles the offense, and already a 3-second call against Marquis English and a turnover by the Dragons.
10 seconds in the game and already a turnover by Purple Dragons. That's already got to be a plus for Parsons.
Man-to-man press in the backcourt by the Purple Dragons. Elkamill defends Johnson. Butcher will come out and challenge Lyons. Lyons has the spear in his hand, dribbling with his right palm. In between his legs 3 times, pulls up, right elbow 2, soars off the heel of the iron, rebound by Elkamill, and a good tracking down rebound by Elkamill as he wants to push the pace, but that will slow down the cadence. He looks left, crosses over, trying to get Johnson reeling. Butcher picks up his dribble, looks left, double extended where Curtis is at. Right wing Rolfs, he has a lane, goes up, flips it up, cannot convert. Good challenge by Lyons, and a rebound at the post by Yates. Kick out by Johnson, right corner 3 is up, and it is short by Sheeby. So Sheeby following the pass from the cutting Johnson is unable to convert. Left wing is Rolf. Rolfs finds English, and English tries to spin baseline, but the ball is jarred loose by Yates. Good defensive sequence there for the Parsons Vikings. 0-0 the score, 7:07 left in the first.
A lot of fast-paced right now, Cameron. We're already a minute in, and we've seen a lot of action.
Butcher will inbound from the far side of the court, right side of the blue stanchion goal. English will uncork a left elbow 2, but to no avail. Lions will find Johnson, who hesitates on the left elbow. In the left corner, he has Sheeby, who tries to maneuver inside. He puts it up right-handed. Ball poked up in the air. Sheeby's second shot, no good. Wolgamott comes in with the rebound. He goes up left-handed for the game's first basket.
I think that's the reason why Wolgamott got the call tonight, Cameron. Big guy inside doing an offensive job, getting the board, getting in there.
Gavin Okamill steps through in the post. English unable to maintain the control of the basketball on the offensive glass. It goes off of his leg, and English seems out of sync early on.
Seems that the Purple Dragons themselves are a little bit out of sync. They're not in their normal zone right now.
Johnson with his blue and white shoes with blue laces, listening to Coach Hauk, who's telling them to run through the offense. Johnson dribbles right-handed, challenged by Curtis. Johnson quickly, swiftly moves the ball back to the crown of the key. Lions will operate against Butcher, who has a left shin guard. Okamill creates on the perimeter. Yates, right corner. Sheeby goes baseline, unable to convert. Okamill is able to gobble up the rebound. Sheeby 0-3 to start this contest. Baseline is Curtis, right baseline. He says he wants the and one as the shot drops through past Yates, but it's a foul on the floor. And it's on Wolgamott. His first and the team's first. 6:04 left in the first quarter. 2-0 is the score. Following the inbound by Curtis will be Butcher, left corner three. It's too strong. Rebound by Johnson, who accelerates in transition. Johnson stops on a dime, looks low, instead kicks it out to Yake, who goes with a head fake. Sheeby, left corner, sets himself. Good closeout by Rolf defensively. Sheeby double clutches in the air, flips it behind his head to Johnson, and Johnson, the right-hand runner, falls. So Johnson with his first basket of the night, and in transition, a deep trifecta dialed up by Rolfs. I'm not sure what the logic was behind there, but English tracks down the board. He can't finish. Another offensive board, right-hand shot, good. So English bails out the offense with the offensive rebound, and Drew Rolfs, not sure what he was thinking with the deep three-point shot on the break. Nothing was set up at all. At the point, Sheeby picks up his dribble inside of the key as he forks the ball over inside the right wing. Backing it back out will be Johnson. As he reverts, he looks for the cutting Lions. Right-hand runner does not fall. Butcher unable to grapple the rebound, and it's tracked down by Lions. His first rebound tonight. Left short corner, Wolgamott works it. Right corner, Johnson pulls up, falls down on his shot. He was coming down as he released it, and that one's no good. Rebound by Curtis, and Curtis is a magnet for the basketball, especially on those defensive boards as Okamill attacks far baseline, draws the foul against Sheeby, and Sheeby is not pleased as he mutters under his breath. And a sub for the Vikings coming in will be Patrick Lodeholtz. In addition, Derek Williams. Sheeby subs out as he picked up his first. Yates will sub out as well.
Interesting to see Williams coming off the bench, Cameron.
English left short corner, then relegates himself to the left corner as he has Rolf. Down screen set, Okamill finds Butcher. The design three-point play decides to be worked down low. English up fake by Rolf. Left elbow two is up, does not fall, and a good rebound by Lions. Lions very gritty for a guard as Johnson on the opposite end finds Wolgamott backside, but English with the fly swatter block sends it over to the brick background here in Parsons High School Gymnasium. Inbound to the right side of the blue stanchion with the Vikings logo for the Vikings, near side of the court, and Williams has a necklace on. I think it is a cross, and he will have to remove any sort of accessories to avoid injury on the court, just a precaution. Oh, he has another one. He's like Harry Houdini. It's kind of like that trick where you have the handkerchiefs in your hand and you just keep pulling them out. Johnson will inbound near side of the court. In the left corner, he has Lodeholtz. Inbound to Yates as he's outside the arc. Against Curtis, left corner, Johnson jabs with his right foot against Okamill. Ball screen set inside against Okamill by Wolgamott. Johnson misses the floater. He rebounds, tries to tip it in, does not go. Pass fake by Rolf to the outside. He finds English, who curls inside the key. Johnson breaks up the high arcing pass attempt. It somehow finds his way back to English. Okamill, right corner three, does not fall. And a good, tough rebound by Lodeholtz. And he is a low, down low in the post. And he in transition uncorks a three as Johnson was able to deliver a frozen rope pass. Rebound by Curtis, his second of the night. Curtis takes it upon himself to go inside, and it's no shot. It's a foul on the floor, but Curtis still converted as the Parsons High School student section decked out in gray, white, blue attire, as well as Christmas apparel, including one student who has a full-on Santa outfit, await the inbounds by Butcher to the left side of the stanchion towards the far side of the court. Butcher off the inbounds, right corner three, can't sink it. English pops it up, can't come down with the board. Williams is able to spear it. Williams darts inside, tosses it up right-handed, +1. How did Williams get that to go in transition, long strides, bouncing off of the body of Elkamil, hoisting it up, using his angles properly and scoring. First foul against the Purple Dragons, 6-2 is the score. 4-point lead for Parsons, and that is Elkamil's first. As Sheeby set to check back in. Free throw is converted by Williams. Curtis will inbound from the right side of the stanchion towards the near side of the court. He has Butcher in the backcourt. Butcher will take his time making his way to the front court area. He will be challenged by Johnson. High ball screen set by Curtis. Bounce pass to the right corner following an obtuse bounce pass. It's Rolf. Pump fake to Elkamil. Now Elkamil does get the ball. Straight away three is converted.
That is Elkamil's shot from top of the key when you give him those screens.
7-5 is the score. Pittsburg High School leads it. Right corner three, Williams, short. He was trying to respond, but on the weak side, Johnson is able to snare the board and go up. Johnson, a great rebound on the weak side. Fast-paced Ashton English is triple-teamed. Right block goes up, and it's a foul against Lodeholt, who had his hands straight up, but it will be two shots for English regardless, as new face tonight for the Purple Dragons. Isaac Leverins, the senior forward, is set to check in. With 2:56 left in the first, 9-5 is the score.
I'm surprised English took that one himself, Cameron. He was, as he makes the first free throw, he was triple-teamed and turned around and went and took that up. He had Rolf on the outside, Elkamil both spotting up for three.
English, after knocking down his first free throw, will have his second one waiting for him. Takes two dribbles, sets the ball knee level, flicks, and converts. Purple Dragons trail by 2, under 3 left in the first. Lions will check in, subbing out of Sheeby. Lodeholtz will inbound, pressure in the backcourt by Rolfs. He is the lone wolf back. And now Rolfs will reel backwards, defending Williams, as Lions has the sphere against Leverins. Elkamil, good defense, as well as Leverins, the two on the same wavelength, getting in the passing lane, forcing Lions to contort to their defense and throwing it away. Far side out by Leverins as he has Elkamil in the backcourt. He steps on the mustache of the Vikings logo at midcourt. Left elbow ball screen set by Curtis. Rolfs has it following the pass to Curtis. English, left elbow, up fake. Couple more head fakes, dribbles with his right hand. Right corner, Leverins attacks baseline. Behind the back move, pass fake over to English. English looking to fork it out of his mitts. He gets it, left corner, Rolfs sets up. Good closeout by the Vikings playing stellar defense. Leverins, pass fake to Curtis. And the ball is being worked around very well. 2:12 left in the first. 9-7 is the score. Vikings lead by 2. Elkamil will push the reset button on the offense, using his right hand to clear out the left side of the floor. Lions, good defense following the high ball screen set by English towards the right side of him. Scoop pass over to Rolfs. Right wing three goes. Rolfs' first three of the night, as he is 1 of 3 from downtown already. Johnson percolates inside the lane. He situates himself left short corner. Yates works it out to Lions, and Lions' three-pointer is short. Curtis on the break, goes straight up through traffic, draws the foul and one. Good entry pass by Curtis, or rather Rolfs, I beg your pardon. Curtis caught it left block, fought through contact by Lodeholtz, and then with the inside right hand flipped it off the glass for the N1 opportunity as Sheeby will sub back in for Parsons, and Coach Hauk has a word with the official following the second foul on Lodeholtz.
Third time's the lucky charm for Chase Curtis, driving in the lane and getting the foul. Finally gets the call for the N1.
Curtis struggled last game from the stripe. He was 5 of 16. He's 1 of 1 to start. And another sub as it will be Wolgamott subbing in. Lodeholtz subbing out. 13-9 Purple Dragons now leaded by 4. 1:40 left in the first quarter of play. Right wing with it is Yates, and it's a block in the back on the opposite end of things. That will be the second team foul committed by Pittsburg High School. That is Curtis's first personal foul, I beg your pardon. Butcher will sub in, Curtis will come out. So a small ball set for the Purple Dragons as they seek to run the floor. Williams inbound, easy bounce past the Lions, inside, right hand, contorting shot for the finish. Lions, great look inside. 13-11, Dragons up 2, 1:30 left in the first quarter of play. Rolfs finds Leverage at the point, pass fake to the left. English keeping up with Rolfs on the right block, skip pass. Butcher thought about stepping into it. El Camil will instead, following the pass from Butcher. That one is no good. Wogamon is able to spear the rebound. In transition, Lions up fake, right corner, pulls up, right short corner two, does not fall. English with the board. English will maintain hold of the basketball as he pushes it to Rolf on the break. Left wing three for Butcher, strong. Ball poked up into the air by English. He goes up through traffic and finishes. That should have been a foul on the backside by Sheeby, though, as he was all over English. But English now with 6 points in the contest. Good ball movement by the Vikings with 30 seconds left in the first quarter of play. It's 15-11. Pittsburg High School up 4. Williams skip pass left corner. Sheeby, three, on its way, good. 1 point game, 23 seconds left in the first. 15-14, Dragons lead on the road, seeking their second league win of the season. Sheeby defends Rolfs. 12 seconds left. El Camil posts up, left double, gets some separation away from Williams. High ball screen set by English, left side of Williams. El Camil trying to go to work, 3 seconds left. The runner goes up, long, tipped up. Butcher has a chance, throws it up, and it's nearly in, but does not go. And after 1 quarter of play, PHS with the 1 point edge against a very pesky, stingy Parsons bunch, relying on the scoring prowess of Daquan Johnson, who had 4 points and 2 rebounds through 1. We will step aside for 30 seconds to bring you back with more action from Parsons High School here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
And we welcome you back into Parsons High School alongside Avi Sharma with our splendid board op back at our KSHQ studio. It is the man, the myth, the legend. How about Mr. Connors doing all the work for us tonight? We really appreciate it, buddy. Doing a fantastic job making sure that we stay on air tonight.
Make sure Shelby didn't hear that.
Yeah. 15-14 to score, heading into the top of the second of play. Pittsburg leads by 1, 15-14. In the backcourt is Williams, falling a far side out by Lyons. Williams tries to squeak away from the defending freshman in Javon Grant, and then Sheeby, who gets the ball inside of the horseshoe on the right wing, cannot convert on the pull-up. Deuce rebound by English. English now with 4 rebounds. English pull up, right elbow Deuce. He was in motion, but could not convert. Lyons is able to gobble up the rebound. That's 3 for him. Left short corner and a block by English. It was a good look by Lodeholtz, and then inside the rebound by Johnson. He fights through the teeth of the defense and converts.
And they are calling it on the floor, Cameron.
Oh, wow.
They are calling it on the floor.
So a foul on the floor rather than in the process of shooting, and that is met with a rain of boos from the Parsons coaching bench as well as the fan section. And then Johnson drives inside, gets El Camil on his right hip and throws it up and draws the foul. Too much speed for Johnson, and that's El Camil's second.
And that'll pull him out. That'll probably bring in Drew Rolfs.
Rolfs will come in. El Camil goes to the bench.
Grant, the freshman's in as well, Cameron. We'll see if he can put in some big minutes for him.
It will be another inbounds play as Williams pulls up, or rather Johnson pulls up on the left double two. He cannot knock it down. Johnson 2 of 6 instead of being 3 of 6. Curtis has the ball poked from his hand. He falls away from the basket on the opposite end, and it's a travel.
Chase tapping his chest, and saying, "Hey, that was me." as he knew he messed up, as he's been trying every time he gets the ball, driving it.
Good defense by the freshman in Grant as he pokes the ball loose out of the midst of Lodeholtz, but Grant reached, and it's a foul on Grant. That is the team's 5th foul, and the fouls have piled up in a hurry in this second quarter of play. 7:16 left in the first half, 15-14 the score. Parsons trails by 1 at home.
5 apiece on team fouls now. It was 5-2. Advantage Pittsburgh, now tied up.
After Grant's first foul, it will be Williams who slingshots the ball over to the right corner. Lions contested 3, does not go. And it was a rebound by Curtis on the opposite end as Grant moves the ball over to the left corner. Rolfs, quick trigger 3, does not plop through. Rebound by English following a scattering shot by English. Curtis dived for the offensive rebound and is undercut by Lyons. It falls hard to the floor. And it will be 2 shots, I think, for Pittsburgh High. And Curtis thinks it is an inbounds, and it will be an inbounds.
Yeah, Curtis went up and awkward landing. Good to see he was okay as he collided with Johnson.
That is Johnson's first, however, as Butcher scans inbounding from the right side of the goal towards the far side of the offense. English has the ball poked away. It's stolen by Lodeholtz, and a timeout used by Coach Hauk. 15-14 to score. 6:49 left in the first half of play. Dragons up 1 in a stagnating offense from both sides, and we will take a 30-second break and bring you back more action from Parsons, Kansas right after this.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
15-14 to score from Parsons High School. The Dragons up 1. They led by 1 after 1 quarter of play, and with 6:49 left in the first half of action, the Vikings looking to get right back on the offensive saddle. Lyons has it at the free throw line. Towards the far side of the court, he dribbles with his left hand, the leather in his mitts as he goes with the chest pass over to Sheeby. Left wing bounce pass that is read beautifully by the freshman Grant. Grant gallops, goes up, tosses it up right-handed and finishes. Grant, a very savvy freshman. Lyons thought about stopping and popping from behind the arc, but he has Rolf on his left tip. Instead works it around the perimeter to Williams. Lodeholtz has it inside the key, tries to find Sheeby, and it's a mismatch as English will come out to guard Sheeby. Sheeby trying to go to work as he forks the ball over right corner, up fake by Lyons. Lyons another up fake as he tried to step through for the 2, but instead he has Williams. Good crossover against Grant, follow away shot, swirls out. The rebound by Grant as he clears out the backcourt. So multiple misses on the offensive side of things for Parsons. English has it. He has a clear out. Fakes left. Kicks it out. Rolfs works it around. Pass fake. Fourth back over left wing before it's scooted over left wing. English trying to extend his range to the big man. No good, but a big man rebound by Dorique Williams.
And lost it on the other end, though.
Lodeholtz has it down low before he finds Sheeby. Left corner, and Sheeby continues his struggles. He's 1 of 3 from deep. Skip pass. English goes up. Right hand polish finish.
Job by Butcher directing traffic, but looking up while dribbling to make the perfect pass.
19-4 is the score. Dragons lead it by 5. 5:30 left in the half. Williams, sharp pass to the right block where the cutting Johnson was at. Johnson, just a pretty move, sprinting down the far baseline, an even better assist as Lyons slaps the ball down to the hardwood. It's up in the air, hot potato play. Butcher, three-pointer, long. Rebound by English, right elbow. He up fake, goes up, tosses it up right-handed, and an awkward falling away shot by English goes. Skip pass, Sheeby, left corner 3 from the pass by Lyons. Grant with the board, following the miss. Grant cuts a pass inside the lane to Butcher, left block as he tries to find English, but now it's Lodeholtz in transition. Lodeholtz goes up, left-handed, Scooper doesn't go, but the follow-up tip-in by Johnson does. Johnson 50% from the floor tonight, and it's a hectic back-and-forth pace here inside Parsons High School. 21-18 to score. Dragons lead by 3, 4:30 left in the first half. Rolf feinted the pull-up deuce from the free throw line and tried to go with a bounce pass to Curtis. Curtis was bumped, 17th foul by the Vikings. So a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Dragons here. Elkamil will sub in. That is 2 on Johnson, 2 big fouls at that.
I'm kind of confused why the boos were happening, Cameron. That was an easy call in my opinion. He clearly went in shoulder first on that play.
Curtis will head to the free throw line with his white Nikes on, white laces, white socks, black swoosh on his socks. 1 and 1. Curtis sets, squats, shoots, does not convert. Lodeholtz is able to gobble up the rebound. Pressure in the backcourt. Grant defending against Williams. A good poke out from behind by Butcher. Grant recovers. Numbers for the Purple Dragons. Grant shoots the transition 3. That one does not fall. And an ill-advised shot from the freshman, but he felt the heat behind him. Lions with the board. Yates, right-hand runner. Tipped up into the air and finally corralled by Rolfs. More pressure in the backcourt by Yates. Rolfs crosses over from right to left. It has Yates on his hip and an offensive foul against Rolfs.
Yep, easy call there. You saw the distance separated from them, but the Rolfs elbow, and you know Coach Rolfs is not happy right now. He is not happy.
And now Coach Rolfs barking at Grant to tell him to get his head in the game. Rolfs guarding Lyons. Lyons high ball screen set by Lodeholtz. Lyons uncorks a right wing 3, and that one drops. Lyons with the Lionheart 3. 21 all. 3:30 left in the half. Elkamil, deep trifecta, dialed up, and a rebound by Williams, and a lot of settling for this Pittsburgh team from deep. 2 of 7, and a tough runner goes from Williams. My goodness, Williams sprinted, accelerated on the break, was towards the left half of the court, falling away from the basket. His hips shifted towards the inside, lobbed it up, right-hand teardrop, sunk through with ease. 23-21, and the Parsons Vikings lead it after being down by as much as 5 in the second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
A poised Williams knocks down a 2, gives Parsons their first lead since the early goings of the first quarter, and in this second period of play, Pittsburgh has been outscored 9-2. Rolfs and company have really been settling from deep. Speaking of Rolfs, he finds English left block before it's rotated back to the top of the key where Curtis is at. Attacking right baseline, inside the circles will be Elkamil, and Elkamil steps out of bounds. Turnover by the Dragons with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. And Parsons is already on the prowl, keeping the Dragons on their heels, accelerating the pace to where it's almost uncomfortable. Attacking baseline will be Yates. He flips it up right-handed, and it was last touched by Wolgamott, who slapped it out of bounds following the Yates miss.
Cameron, I tell you, that was a great timeout by Coach Rolfs. I think he basically told him, hey, we need to quit playing rec ball. We need to go back to the basketball where we're good at and what we do best. They were just putting up shots, and ill-advised shots to be honest with you. And now that timeout was much needed to collect themselves and get back to what they do best.
Dragons 2 of 10 from downtown as they are really trying to stretch the floor. Butcher is able to sink a pass all the way over to the right wing extended where Rolfs is at. Rolfs find English on the perimeter. Elkamil, left corner, goes baseline, right hand inside, polished finish by Elkamil for his first points of the contest. His 5th points of the contest, Sheeby left corner, pass fake, down low to the cutting Wolgamott. Wolgamott will position himself right block, but a 3-pointer that is contested by Butcher from Williams does not fall. Rebound by Elkamil. Elkamil skips it to English. English has the inside track, goes up with the right hand against Wolgamott, and it's a foul. And it's Wolgamott who will pick up the foul. That is the 8th team foul committed by the Vikings. With 2:11 to go in the first half, it's 23 all. Wolgamott has 2.
Tuesday, the Dragons struggled from the charity stripe. So far tonight, they're doing a good job. They need to continue that.
English knocks down in the front of his 2 free throws. Grant will sub in, Elkamil will sub out.
Elkamil a little bit frustrated with himself right now, the way he's playing, but he'll shake that off probably.
English readies himself, sets the ball below his waist. Free throw too strong. Williams comes down with the gobbling rebound. After snaring the basketball, he forks the ball over to the right corner where Sheeby is at, and he steps out of bounds. His right heel touched the blue baseline towards the near side of the court. 2:05 left in the half. 24-23, Dragons lead it by 1. Parsons currently winning the rebound battle 13-12, which is a big surprise. Grant past the timeline, dribbling with his right hand as the Pittsburgh offense goes from left to right on your dial. Drew Rolf's design three-pointer, up and down it goes!
That's
Drew Rolf's.
That's his shot.
2 3-pointers tonight. Williams, in and out move against Butcher. Right wing, Sheeby 3. He cannot respond. Great rebound by Curtis as he forces the entirety of the Vikings players to go back. As the Parsons athletes reel, it's Butcher, ball in his right hand as he escorts the ball into the torso of Grant. Right back to Butcher. Butcher looks low. He wants Curtis, who's posted up on the right block against Yape, but instead it's English to Rolfs. Grant, circus cyclic shot on the left block, does not fall. Ball last touched by the Vikings. It will be Pittsburgh basketball with 1:20 remaining in the first half. 27-23 the score. Vikings taking a lot of difficult shots in this contest, shooting 42% from the field, but they put up 24 shots in total. Ball swung over to the right wing, looking to zip it away from his torso to Grant's torso is Butcher. Left wing, Rolf looks, left block, English double team, and a foul by Lyons on the floor with 1 minute left in the first half. Free throws for English, who is 3 of 5 from the line tonight, and as a unit 4 of 6 for the Purple Dragons. 19 foul by Parsons.
It's an easy call on Lyons. That's his second, 1:06 on the clock.
English, a sweet swish from the line. He is attempting his 5th and 6th shot from the charity stripe. A chance to go 5 of 6 right here. He already has 12 points. Make it 13. 29-23 the score, and a 6-point edge for the Dragon. 1 minute remaining in the first half of play. English, good defense, but the ball is hurriedly thrown to the right wing. Yates, offensive foul. He was attempting to go with an inside horseshoe spin move, right wing extended, or rather right elbow extended, I beg your pardon, and lowered his shoulder right into Curtis. Grant's in the backcourt, D'd up by Lyons. Grant able to sashay away from the defending Lions. Butcher was the open target for Grant, but he rushed the pass, tipped away by Yates. 51 ticks left in the half. Elkamil set to check in. As he's at the blue scores table, he will come in for Grant, who has played very well the last 2 games and just as a freshman has been dynamic. Butcher to Elkamil. Following the side out in front of the Parsons fan section, some of them donning Viking hats. Elkamil flips a pass over to the left wing before a fastball that bounces off the hardwood to Butcher. Right corner, Elkamil from Rolfs, 3. Rebound by Curtis. Curtis goes back up into the chest of Lodeholtz. He does not finish. English follows up though. Boards are starting to favor the Purple Dragons now. 15-13. Out-rebounded right now. 31-23 is the score, and Wolgamon is fouled on his way up with 18 ticks left in the first half.
Markey knew that he committed that foul as he smiled. He fell for the trap there. He fell for the pump.
First foul on English and the team 7th. Wolgamon sets the ball below his knees in a beeline shot that's way too strong, and it will saucer out. Wolgamon, I beg your pardon, will have his feet staggered right in front of left. Now brings his left foot up. Feet shoulder width apart. Second free throw is also too strong. Curtis with his 6th rebound of the contest. Butcher being D'd up by Lyons as he enters the front court of play. 10 seconds left in the half. A chance to make it a double-digit contest here. High ball screen set by English. Elkamil has it. Wheels inside. The curling right-hand layup by Elkamil drops. And that will end the first half of play as Williams tosses up a Hail Mary, but the buzzer had already sounded. How about Elkamil muscling his way inside to give the Purple Dragons at intermission a 33-23 lead. And with 3:24 left in this second quarter of play, Parsons had a 2-point lead, 23-21. How about a 12-0 run to close out the half by the Dragons? We'll bring you back first half statistics, insight to the second half of play, and Pittsburg High School girls basketball coach Chris Krotz following this 2-minute commercial break. Don't go anywhere. You'll see the home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you...
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast in names and numbers.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
And a fan here at Parsons High School winning $75 for completing the three-point trial. Congratulations to him, but not congratulations so far to this Parsons Viking boys varsity team who trails by 10 at the break, 33-23 against the defending Southeast Kansas League champions in the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons. We welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters, whether you are listening on the dial or on our live stream alongside Avi Sharma with Zach Conway back at our KSHQ studio. I'm Cam Molina. 33-23 at intermission, and it is a 10-point lead for the Dragons. And how about after one quarter of play? It was a 1-point game. Dragons up 1, and the Dragons did not take the lead in this contest until 2 minutes left in the first quarter. It was 10-9 at that point, and then Parsons was able to jab back. They took a 2-point lead, 23-21, with just 3:24 left. And they went on a spry 9-2 run. And then Pittsburg High School, to close out the first half, went on a 12-0 run as they lead by 10. Let's go over the first half statistics. We'll begin with the Purple Dragons. 3 points for Chase Curtis, including 6 rebounds. 2 points for Javon Grant, 2 rebounds. 6 points for Drew Rolf, as he's 2 of 4 from downtown. 7 points for Gavin Elkamil, 3 rebounds. 15 points for Marquis English, as he is the leading scorer in this contest with 5 rebounds to match. The team has shot 6 of 8 from the line, which is a significantly better mark than they have shot over the last 2 games. However, really relying on the 3 ball, 3 of 11 from deep in the ball game, and Coach Rolf was not pleased with that settling mentality by his boys, and that was quickly rectified in the second quarter. But Parsons able to not let Pittsburg High School leave unscathed, as Derek Williams had 5 points, 2 rebounds. DeQuan Johnson, 8 points, 2 boards. 5 points for Ezekiel Lyons. 3 points for Joel Sheeby, and Luke Wogamont with 2 points. Avi, in the first half of play, we saw Pittsburg really change up their game plan. And again, I mentioned it, the 3-point shot not dropping. You had 2 3-pointers drop for Rolfs, 1 for Gavin Elkamil. Butcher went 0-3, so change it up, go inside, attack from the perimeter. Some high ball screens were set, and a little bit of isolation game was played.
Well, I think it all started with the Coach Rolf's timeout, Cameron. They were struggling before that, and then Coach Rolf collected them and said, hey, let's get back to it. And that's exactly what they did. They played Pittsburg Purple Dragon basketball, and it's been very successful. They did a good job of playing very well when it came to the offensive. You saw every time Marquis English touches the basketball on the inside, triple team automatically. Marquis is having a tough time getting to do anything he wants to, but when he is free and he gets a chance, he's going to take advantage of that.
Well, the Parsons Vikings have been able to utilize their athleticism to really make this a hectic tempo that Pittsburgh is not typically used to.
Yeah.
They really adjusted in the second quarter, but not before there were dents in their armor and crevices found, as Derek Williams again combined with Johnson for 13 points and 4 rebounds, and the 2 guards absolutely stellar play defensively, 1, and 2 offensively. They've really been looking inside for those right-hand runners, or have been doing a great job crashing the glass and scoring.
Yeah, from what it looks like is when this team first gets the ball, they look for that 3, that wide open 3. If it's not there, then their next initiative is the immediate drive. Then if not that, then they're going to pass to their next teammate. This team is very talented at doing that, Cameron. We've seen it time and time and again, and I don't know how they're getting inside on the giant monsters of the Purple Dragons, but when they do, they just float it right above their fingertips so they can't get the block.
The bench has not been as boisterous as it has been in the past for the Dragons. 2 points for Javon Grant, and that about sums it up, as it's been the starting lineup carrying the load. And as for the Vikings, they've relied a little bit on their bench. Patrick Lodeholtz has 3 rebounds in the contest. Joel Sheeby, who started, has been somewhat intermittent, changing out with Derek Williams, and combined those 2 have 8 points. So the bench has done a nice job for the Vikings, and if you are Coach Houck, you want to continue to enforce a fast pace and predicate yourself on finding those open lanes inside of the arc and scoring with ease and having those efficient shots and not forcing up threes.
Well, normally when you're going against a team who uses a very short bench, which, for example, the Purple Dragons have only used 2 players off their bench, you want to wear these starters out. But the problem is, Cameron, is Parsons is doing the exact same thing. So they have only used 2 guys off of their bench, so they can't necessarily run the high offensive tempo because their guys will get worn out as well.
And with that, there are 2.5 minutes remaining before the 3rd period of action. We will take a 2-minute break, come back with one quick sweep of the final stats, insight to the second half of action, and we will get on our way here from Parsons High School, so don't go anywhere. You're listening to home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury.
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you've become part of something more.
We're a family of Crimson and Gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong.
At Pittsburg State University.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
25 seconds away before the beginning of the second half of action. Avi Sharma with Zach Conway back at our KSHQ studio. I'm Cam Molina, a 33-23 lead for the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons, led by Kylie Rolfs, the head coach, seeking their 3rd victory on the season second win in SEK League play. And it was a rousing performance from Marquis English, albeit he was triple teamed throughout a majority of that first half. He was still able to pour on 15 points and snag 5 rebounds, a couple of them offensive boards. Gavin Elkamil, 7 points, 6 for Rolfs. As for the Parsons Vikings, Johnson with 8, 5 for Williams, 5 for Lyons. And in the second half, if you are Parsons, continue to rebound the ball as best as you can. You were only beat out +3 on the boards, which is manageable against what is a very tall Purple Dragons team with a pair of 6'6" forwards who are talented in the post. Following a far side out by Curtis, it's Butcher in the backcourt. Number 35 dribbles with his right hand, crosses over to his left hand. A pass fake in front of Lyon, and that forces Lyon to lay off just slightly as English has it at the point of the arc. He gives it off to Curtis. Curtis up fake and a skillful, wily post move to give himself 5.6 rebounds on the night. Lyons, left short corner, step back 2, air ball. Curtis easily able to hug it underneath the basket. Curtis brings the ball past midcourt. Elkamil, right corner, attack, right side baseline, double clutches underneath the basket, and he's able to finish +1. Elkamil 3 of 3 from inside the horseshoe tonight, 1 of 3 from downtown, in total 1 of 6, and he will have his first offering from the stripe tonight.
Just like that, the first 2 possessions for the Purple Dragons, they go inside, Cameron, and it's not Marquis English, so when Chase Curtis went inside, it was 1-on-1. When Gavin Elkamil goes inside, it's 1-on-1.
Williams has it as he rushes past midcourt, steps on the black eyeball of the Vikings logo at center field, and then Williams will find Sheeby left corner. He hits the 3. However, there was a whistle blown prior to it on Butcher, And that is Butcher's first, team's first as well in this second half. Yates double clutches, goes in with his right hand against Curtis and finishes. So Yates a good lay-in. Pressure in the backcourt as Curtis shrugs off Butcher, looks right, then looks left, fires to Roltz as he passes the timeline. Right wing is Elkamil. Elkamil spinning the ball in his hands on the right wing, waiting for English to flash up. He's about a step away from the top of the blue horseshoe. Elkamil curls as he hooks inside the lane, looks for the pick and roll, has English double clutches inside the lane, works the ball from left chin to the right side of it and finishes. Elkamil 17 tonight. Williams nearly losing the basketball, and Butcher fouls. Butcher with back-to-back fouls. And excuse me, he has 3 on the night instead of 2 now.
I think that's going to bring in the freshman for the silly mistakes that Butcher just made.
Grant with 2 points, 2 rebounds tonight, a speedy, shifty point guard in the open floor. Williams, who has about 2 inches on Grant, hesitating, crosses over in front of Grant from right to left. He has Lyons, left corner. Lyons will reverse out. After hitting and shifting down to the R, he kicks it over top of the key to the wide open Williams. His straightaway 3 does not fall. And then Johnson on the second opportunity following the offensive rebound is turned back by English. Curtis in the backcourt looking for someone to escort the ball to. English fakes it to Grant. English inside the key, hop step, goes up, high arcing shot. He goes up following the offensive board, misses again, it's tipped over, and it's Williams who comes up with the rebound. Williams kicks it out, right corner. The dish out results in a 3-pointer. So Lyons 2 of 3 from downtown, and a unique right kick as he falls away from the basket. That is how his mechanics operate. Bounce pass to English, right block. Weak side is Sheeby. English reads it very well. Elkamil straightaway 3, trying to answer back short. English one-hand grappling rebound, pass fake out to Rolf. Steps through towards the left block, unable to finish with the ice cream scoop shot. Curtis with the offensive board, and he's fouled.
It is just so hard, Cameron, to get defensive rebounds when you have these 2 guys inside that are just tough to box out. English proved that as he grabbed 2 offensive boards, and then Curtis right there.
40-28 is the score. Purple Dragons lead by 12. Early goings of the third quarter. 5:49 left in the third frame as Lodeholt subs in. Elkamil will guard Lodeholt, and Grant saying that I have Williams, so you need to switch off on him.
Well, they better not leave Lodeholt behind him.
Second free throw does not go. So Curtis goes 0-2 from the stripe. He's 1 of 4 in the contest, a familiar, inconsistent sight from the stripe. Sheeby right, so Walgamont will sub in for Lodeholt. Johnson will inbound to the left side of the far court underneath the basket. Walgamont outside the arc as he interchanges the basketball to Johnson. Walgamont will curl to the left block as Johnson has the sphere. He looks for Yates. Yates will come set a high ball screen to the right of Elkamil. Yates, right wing, pulls up, double clutches, tosses it up, and it squirts out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings.
Very dominant and aggressive third quarter so far by this Purple Dragons team. They're actually taking their time and running an offense, and it's been very successful so far.
42-28 is the score. Purple Dragons lead it by 14. Pass fake by Elkamil before he launches a pass over left wing. Grant straight away, trifecta. Don't leave the freshman open. Grant wants to bring the pressure immediately in the backcourt as he D's up Williams. Grant returns back to the opposite side of the floor. Williams pull up, left elbow, right hand floater does not go, and it's an offensive foul on Williams as he lowered the right shoulder to gain separation.
Tell you what, this freshman is playing out of his mind. I guess it's a Pittsburgh thing. Freshmen on both girls and boys doing a phenomenal job.
You're referring to Madden Petty, who dropped 25 for the girls team earlier tonight in a double dribble by Grant. He lost his handle on the sphere and then tried to make light of it and play it off.
But that's the problem with freshmen, Cameron. They have the rookie mistakes like that one.
Williams awaits the high ball screen by Yates to the right side of Grant. Yates mishandles the basketball. He was trying to spear it with one hand, his outside hand. Yates straightaway three, tries to use the window. English is able to gobble up the rebound. Now English leading the pack in transition. Skips it over, right corner, Rolfs. Transition three, cannot convert. Curtis comes up with the board, rips through, right hand and a foul on his way up by Yates. Fourth team foul by the Parsons Vikings, who trail 45-28, a 17-point lead for Pittsburgh.
And it's a reoccurring theme, Cameron. We're seeing another offensive rebound as Curtis got that one, but now can Curtis convert at the charity stripe?
Curtis misses his first.
And he cannot believe himself. He's just been, Tuesday was not his night at the free throw line, and he's just trying to laugh it off, but he is struggling.
6 of 22 from the free throw line over the last 2 games. Knocks down the second one as he's 2 of 6 tonight, 8 points, 9 rebounds. There's a lot of the dirty work in the post. Curtis will sub out, catch a breather with under 4 minutes remaining in the third. It's 46-28. Pittsburgh High School leads it by nearly 20. Only 5 points scored by the Vikings in this third quarter as Lodeholtz travels on the left corner. In the left corner, I beg your pardon. 13-5 is the scoring differential in this third between Pittsburgh High School and the Parsons Vikings as Rolf will uncork a left wing 2. That one does not go, but it is gathered by Lyons, and it's a foul on Rolfs. Second on Rolfs. Williams scans the floor. He crosses over counterclockwise, or rather clockwise from right to left. Lyons, left corner 3, does not sink it. Ball still up. Williams with the offensive rebound. It's loose. Ball on the floor. Quickly gathered up by English, who runs the point. Beautiful transition, full court bounce pass. Elkamil teetering on the baseline. Hop step by English, and it is an offensive foul. And English with a hard power dribble. Coach Rolfs can't believe it. English just smiles on his way back. And that is met with jeers by the Pittsburgh High School student section that has traveled very well tonight.
Coach Rolfs and Marquis have the same reaction, just a smile on their faces. They can't believe it. And a loose ball.
On the opposite end, Grant comes up with the Euro step. Left hand lay-in is good.
How about the freshman?
Grant showing out tonight with 7. Johnson has Elkamil on his heels. Lyons, left wing 3, nails it.
That was an important 3 right there by Lyons.
48-31. Pittsburgh High School currently leading by 17. Under 3 remaining in the third. English crossing over left to right. He's guarded by Yates. Grant, no-look pass to the right wing where Rolf was at and tossed it away. And English telling Grant, just make the smart play as Curtis will check in for English. Side out from the near side of the court as Lyons will find Williams backside on the post pass is Wolgamott, and Wolgamott is fouled on the floor. No, it will be an offensive foul on Wolgamott as he used his arm to gain separation. 5th team foul by the Vikings, 2:47 left in the third. Curtis slaps the ball with his left hand, and he finds Lorenzen, who just subbed in. Rolf streaking down the right side of the floor, tries to go with the Euro step, and that is a charge. A good set by Wolgamott as he comes back with the burning vengeance.
And Rolfs almost just got a technical. He was close.
And Rolf subs out, and his father, Kylie Rolf's, not pleased.
I tell you, he dodged a huge bullet.
Lions will find Williams in the backcourt, makes his way into the front court, standing near the Parsons cursive script towards the left side of the court. And diving inside is Johnson from left block inside. He finishes with the inside layup. Yates steals the ball away from English. English has the ball poked away. Grant loses it in transition. Diving forward is Johnson. Johnson looks up. It's slapped away by English, and it's off the leg of Johnson. Pittsburgh Purple Dragon basketball.
And I tell you, this place is just going crazy by the amount of calls, the crowd reactions. It's getting a little heated up in here, Cameron.
I would highly agree with you on that. Curtis will find Grant in the backcourt. Skip pass to Elkamil. He's wide open left wing, dives inside right-handed. That is another charge. Wolgamott set himself on the left block and took it like a champ.
And Cameron, I don't know if you just saw what Marquis English just did, but that was perfect senior leadership. He told the team to calm down and relax.
Williams checks it over left wing. Johnson picks up his dribble, and that's a travel.
Man, we're not going to get a clean possession either way for the past 5 possessions. My goodness, this is insane.
Kafka checks in, the senior guard. Runs into inbound. Grant streaks towards the far side of the court. He's inside the horseshoe. Pull up 2 from the right elbow, does not go. Ball is snared by Johnson for his 4th rebound of the night. And then how about Williams, a high-flying antics for the two-handed flush. English comes down with a skip pass from Grant. 48-35 to score, a 13-point lead for the Dragons. Kafka, right corner, nails a 3.
Big 3 by Kafka off the bench.
51-35 the score. Double clutching as Yates misses on the offensive end, and it's a foul on Yates. English bumps into Curtis, and the prideful, moxie-filled Purple Dragons have now forced the Parsons Vikings to pick up their 6th team foul.
Man, momentum shifting back and forth.
4 on Yates. Sheeby checks in. A smaller lineup for the Vikings, and I think the Dragons will attempt to exploit that with English and Curtis on the floor. Grant streaks in between the middle of the lane, finds Lorenzen, and his left-hand layup falls. Right wing, Lions, transition 3, short, and a defensive foul by the Dragons against Curtis, and he is puzzled as to what the foul was on.
I actually didn't even see it, did you?
I did not.
It's going to be a 1-and-1 now for the Vikings.
3 personal fouls on Curtis. 8th team foul committed by the Dragons. Sheeby will head to the free throw line, and a timeout used by Coach Houck. 1:27 left in the 3rd. It is a 53-35 ball game. Purple Dragons lead it by 18. We are back in 36 with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
When you get engaged and need to pay for the wedding, when you have a baby and need to start that college savings account, it seems like the best moments in life can come with some real financial challenges. What's yours? At Commerce Bank, we find solutions so you can focus on enjoying life. Visit us online at commercebank.com or at a branch near you. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Pittsburgh cheer section trying to rev up the crowd and ratchet up the intensity, but the Purple Dragons up 18 with 1:30 left in the 3rd. Coach Rolf and company have really pushed the envelope in this 3rd quarter of play as they poured on 20 3rd quarter points compared to the 12 of Parsons. Minute 27 left to be exact in the 3rd period of play. Will be Sheeby to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1 following the Curtis foul. He picked up his 3rd, the team's 8th. Sheeby tonight, 2 points, 2 rebounds. 3 points, 1 rebound, and his first free throw is good. The Vikings have not been to the free throw line very often. They are just shooting their 4th and 5th attempts tonight. Sheeby studies himself from the stripe. Second free throw goes. 53-37 the score. Lodeholtz will check in for Sheeby. Johnson drops back to defend, but a full court press is on. It'll be a 2-1-2 set. Grant gets the ball in the backcourt. Lyons and Williams hang out. Lodeholtz wanting to trap. Lorenzen pass fake as he's trapped on the left wing. He somehow gets out of it. Has English. Beautiful threading pass in between the legs of Wolgamott to Curtis, who was unable to handle the sphere. Williams has it following the steal. Williams goes up. Right, left, tosses it up, and that is a foul against Lorenzen. Lorenzen's first in the team's ninth. And to the free throw line goes Williams.
So Leverins has been in and been playing pretty good. He hasn't got any. He took one shot so far. 2 shots, excuse me. He's made 1.
Williams misses the front of his 2 shots. Too strong off the back iron. Elkamil will sub in for Kafka. Kafka played good minutes tonight. He hit a 3-pointer.
Big 3-pointer off the bench, I tell you. Crowd went nuts when Kafka made that one.
109 left in the third, 53-37. Dragons lead it. Second attempt is also no good as Williams goes 0-2 from the stripe during that sequence. Rebound by Curtis, who has 11 in the contest. Grant contested 3. That one does not fall. Elkamil Grant tried to save the basketball that went out of bounds, and it will be Parsons Rock.
And that was another freshman mistake right there, Cameron. I don't think he should have made that shot, took that shot. I think he should have just kept the offense going, but I think that was a confident shot by Grant.
Grant still has 7 points, 2 rebounds tonight. Lodeholtz from the left block will wheel up to the left wing. Pass fake by Johnson at the crown, apex of the key. Pass fake to the cutting Lions. Williams has it right wing. Lodeholtz inside the key, power dribbling, goes to his right hand, tries to go with a reverse underhand flick out to Williams. Grant defending Williams. Williams double clutch high off the window, and a beautiful snaking roll around the rim, and it drops through. More pressure in the backcourt by the Vikings. Bounce passes to Elkamil, standing on the cursive strip of the Parsons lettering near midcourt, and a foul. English tried to grapple the basketball. Lodeholtz bounced into him. 53-39 the score. Dragons currently leading by 14, 24 seconds left in the third. And that is the 7th team foul committed by the Vikings, and a 1-on-1 opportunity for English. 3 on Lodeholtz. English knocks down his first jump shot, or rather his first free throw. English will try to gain some traction on his white shoes with the gum bottoms as he licks his hand and wipes his left shoe. Sheeby will sub in for Lodeholtz. So Parsons with their sharpshooter on the floor. English looking to go 2 of 2 from the stripe. Spins the ball in his right hand. Second offering. Too long. Johnson comes up with the board. Johnson now with 10 points, 5 rebounds. 18 seconds left in the third. Vikings looking to hold for the last shot. Williams near midcourt, guarded by Grant. Grant not allowing too much airspace. Williams, a handoff from Lyons. 6 seconds left. Williams goes to work. Crosses in between the legs. Step back 3 from the left wing. Gets it. My goodness, what a shot by Williams. Exhibiting the talent that he has. He had Grant leaning, crossed in between his legs from right to left. Step back 3 from the left wing. Absolutely silky smooth. And it's 54-42 and a late surge by the Vikings to now only trail by 12 points heading into the final frame of action. We will be back in 30 seconds with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
Let's go back live courtside.
And we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. We are in the final frame of play. 8 minutes left before a winner is decided. Pittsburg High School seeking their second league victory on the year and attempting to remain perfect at 3-0, while the Vikings and Coach Howe want to extend their winning ways to 3 wins on the season and go above 500. 54-42 is the score. Dragons lead it by 12. It was a 30-12 scoring run to close out the second quarter of play, but in the third quarter, it was pretty much all Parsons. They battled back as a left corner three by Lyons is off. Curtis comes up with the board. Butcher, one-arm sling pass to the left wing. Rolf looks low. English posted up. English not pleased with Rolf as he completely ignored the forward. Elkamil rips from right to left, attacks baseline, goes with a nifty circus layup, but it's a foul on the floor.
I think that one's going to be called on Lions. Indeed, it will be. That's going to be the 8th team foul. So Elkamil will now go to the charity stripe. And now Pittsburgh will be in the bonus.
18th foul committed by Parsons, and that is the third on Lyons as the 1-1 free throw is off, killed by Elkamil. Right corner's Lyons. He tries to go behind the back from right to left, stolen away by English. English looks up. He has Elkamil on the break, but ball poked out from behind by Williams. Good save by Johnson. Williams pushes it in transition. Yates inside, elevates, right hand, easy layup. Pressure in the backcourt, down to a 10-point contest. Elkamil tries to find English, and he does it midcourt. English, the big 6'3" forward, Euro step, misses the lay-in though. Yates feels the pressure in the presence of English from behind and will slow up the pace. Right corner, Sheeby, three, got it. Sheeby the marksman, 2 of 4 from downtown, 8 points in the contest. Butcher with pressure in the backcourt, a timeout used by Coach Riley Rolfs. And a big timeout by Coach Rolfs as the game is within 7, 54-47, 6:54 left in the ball game. And how about the incredible job by this Vikings team to battle back? They've trailed by as much as 20 points, but have done a splendid job taking their lumps and keeping up with the cadence of the ball game.
This is going to be a very hostile, intense 7 minutes, Cameron. We've already seen a very, I thought it was a phenomenal third quarter that we saw. I think it was the best quarter we've seen all night by both teams, the way they kept battling back and forth. But then, you know, it's not over till it's over. 7-point ball game, I think this is going to come down to the wire.
Well, the guard trio for the Parsons Vikings combining for 33 points, and Williams, Johnson, and Lyons. That is 33 of the team's 47 points. It will be a side out in front of the student section for Chase Curtis and the Purple Dragons. Rolfs will talk with Curtis prior to the ball being inbounded as Coach Hauk releases his boys back out onto the floor. Elkamil standing near the free throw line in the backcourt. Makes his way past Lyons, behind the back move against Lyons, and he retorts back by coming up and challenging Elkamil. Rolfs up fakes, and he tries to find English on the right block. Rolfs picks up his dribble. He has Curtis at the crown of the key. Pass fake by Butcher. He looks low. Rolfs at the top of the key. Up fake, has Butcher once again. Bounce past English. He's double teamed. Up fake, up and under. Elkamil wide open left corner three. No. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson nearing a double-double as Williams will slow down the offense. Sheeby cuts through the middle of the lane diagonally. Williams wants Lyons to reposition himself on the left block. Yates sets a high ball screen, freeing up Williams from Butcher. Sheeby, left corner three is up long. Curtis, 13th rebound of the night as he's nearing a double-double. Butcher finds Elkamil, left short corner, hesitates, attack, double clutch reverse lay-in, but prior to that was a foul against Sheeby. That is the 19th foul by the Vikings. Elkamil will take a trip to the free throw line. Wolgamov will sub in as Sheeby will sub out. So the Vikings will go big here in the next 6 minutes. Screams from the student section as well as the entirety of the Vikings fan base. Elkamil not flustered nor phased as he knocks down the front of his two shots.
It's like a back and forth battle between the pep clubs.
Elkamil, 2 of 3 from the line now. 11 points. 55-47 is the score. Johnson, power dribble, inside, falls away, and it's a foul. I think it is on Curtis, and that would be Curtis's fourth if it is. It will be on English instead. Third foul on English, the team's 10th foul. So Johnson and company will go into the double bonus. Johnson sets the ball below his waist, flicks high. Ball will take a hop off the lip of the iron, then off the heel and swim out.
Rimmed out there, that's a tough one.
Johnson has his second free throw attempt teed up. Drives it through the hole. Curtis finds Elkamil near the student section for the Parsons Vikings. Rolf's wide open, left corner three, up fake, good sell, the up fake. Rolf goes into traffic, and it's a charge. And to the entire dismay and puzzlement of this Purple Dragons team. Yates did a good job setting, but I think he was inside the restricted zone.
I tell you, Rolf did the right thing. He went in, did the pump fake, but Cameron went after the foul. He kept his calm.
Under 6 left in the fourth, 55-48 the score. The Parsons Vikings knocking on the door.
He's got four fouls though. Keep an eye out.
Williams pass. Lions left corner three, drills it. Lions and company have been surefire underdogs the majority of this game, but now they only trail by 4 after trailing by as much as 20. Elkamil past the horizon into the enemy territory. Williams comes out to guard Elkamil. Butcher trying to orchestrate traffic.
Good idea.
Curtis comes out at the top of the key. Elkamil sizing up Williams, will settle for a left wing two, and that falls. Tough shot for Elkamil. No time wasted by Williams. Behind the back, in the lane, right hand, turned back by English, but that is 4 on English.
Going to be a lot of foul trouble coming up soon for both teams. 4 on Rolfs.
4 on English, 3 on Butcher, 3 on Elkamil, and 3 on Curtis. 13th team foul in the second half. Williams 1 of 3 from the line, make it 2 of 4. Shooting his 5th free throw here. Williams sets himself. Second free throw is no good. That's too strong. Curtis does not track down the offensive board. Now he does, and it's a foul on Wolgamott.
And not a smart foul on Wolgamott either.
He now has 4, and Coach Rolfs will bring over 4 of his 5 players as Curtis will go to the free throw line shooting 2 as the Dragons enter the double bonus. 5 minutes left in the ball game. 57-52 the score. The Dragons up 5.
Right person to foul technically if you're the Vikings, because Chase Curtis can't hit from the charity stripe.
2 of 7 from the line. He has his 8th shot awaiting him as Sheeby and Lodeholtz come in. Williams and Wolgamott sub out. The Purple Dragons in the third quarter went on a 30-12 run, but it has been all Vikings basketball since. Second free throw does not go. Rebound is by Williams. I beg your pardon, Johnson. He has 7 on the night. Right wing, Sheeby jabs right, goes right short corner 2, challenge, and it's still good.
That is a confident shot out of Sheeby right there.
Elkamil skips it over, left wing where Butcher's at. Another skip pass to Rolf, but it's denied by Johnson, who looked like Richard Sherman with the one-hand follow-away pick.
Man, I'm really hating the NFL players you using tonight.
And I want to make a quick correction. Pittsburg High School outscored Parsons 30-12 from the end of the second half up until the 1:27 mark in the third as Elkamil stumbles in the backcourt about 2 steps away from the top of the key. Coming off a screen is Rolf's. His 3 still cannot buy a basket as he is 2 of 6 from deep.
That's a good shot. That's a great shot.
57-54. Double clutch. Yates scores. 1-point ball game. Pressure in the backcourt. Elkamil dribbles left-handed behind the back in traffic. Not a smart move. Picks it up. Double hit, double time. And then Coach Rolfs finally uses a timeout. And it is granted to Pittsburg High School. 57-56 is the score. We have a dogfight inside Parsons High School. We will continue on with the contest following this 30-second break here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
And welcome back to your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7. Avi Shamba with Zach Conway, Cam Molina with you here at Parsons High School in Parsons, Kansas. An SEK clash. Two bitter rivals going at it at each other's necks. 1 point contest, pretty much what you would expect between two foes. 57-56. Pittsburgh leads by 1. They've led by as much as 20, but have been outscored 14-3 in the fourth.
Hope you don't got to go to the bathroom, Cameron, because this is going to be a nice 4 minutes, buddy.
Curtis will have a far side out. Elkamil, right wing. Far side wing attacks baseline, goes up, tries to hook the shot up, does not finish. Ball is now in Williams' hands. He looks cross court, stops and pops. 3. He wants all 3 of those! Williams pumps his fist, and the Parsons Vikings have their first lead since the first quarter of action. Williams with 16, 59-57. Purple Dragons now trail. Butcher strong arms his way inside, and he's fouled.
Going to the charity stripe.
Wow. How about the guts by Williams to pull up and swish it? Parsons 8 of 11 from downtown. And though it may not be the same statistical category, the Dragons are trying to keep themselves afloat from the line, 10 of 19. The 20 and 21st attempts here for Butcher. Butcher knocks down his first. Chance to tie in this situation as Butcher holds up his right hand with one index finger up, and I think he's saying, I'm going to take Williams.
Much needed free throw right here by Butcher.
Butcher ties it up.
Good job.
Veteran comes through late in game. 3:40 left, 59 all. Williams holding on to his right earlobe, and he wants the offense to run through a motion as Shebe runs it incorrectly. He goes to the right block and is looking to flare out. Left block screen set by Williams, and then a left corner 3 up by Shebe. Rebound by Curtis. Shebe 2 of 5 tonight from deep.
Cameron, I think Pittsburgh needs to go back to the roots. Chase Curtis and Marquis need the ball down low.
Help side is load hold, so no entry pass from Elkamil. Elkamil crosses in between his legs. He loses it for a second. Williams still gives him plenty of space. Rolf steed up by Shebe. Wraparound pass is a bouncer over to English. Butcher, 3, long. Load holds comes up with the board. A chance to take the lead here. Yates, Shebe, up fake, ball above his head. Skip pass, has William, right wing 3, unguarded. Does not convert, rebound by English, and then Curtis will rip it out of the hands of English. Curtis will slow down the pace of the offense following the Williams miss. Williams' first miss from deep tonight. Rolfs, Elkamil, left wing. Bounce pass to Curtis. He has Yates on his right hip, goes through traffic, right hand, and it's a foul. 2:33 left in the fourth, 59 apiece, and Curtis goes to the free throw line. He is 2 of 8 tonight.
All right, Cameron, that was exactly what they needed to do. But now the question is, can Chase Curtis deliver? He said it, 2 of 8 from the charity stripe. He's been struggling all season. Now it's time for the senior captain to step up and make his shots.
So Curtis letting everyone know he has 2 shots. In addition, he's saying, I have Wolgamont, who just subbed in for the Vikings. Yates goes to the bench. That's Yates' 4th foul as the first free throw is off the back iron, and Curtis, frustrated, yells to no one in particular.
Yep, he's frustrated at himself. He just needs to relax and put this one in right here.
26 free throw attempts from the Purple Dragons, or rather from Chase Curtis the last 2 games.
Needed that one.
3 of 10 from the line. Williams past midcourt. 2:30 left in the ball game. 60-59 the score. Parsons trails by 1. Johnson running. Good. More pressure in the backcourt to the dismay of the Dragons. Curtis picks it up near midcourt. Butcher skips it. Left wing. Elkamil hesitates, crossover. He has the two-pointer in the face of Johnson, takes one hop off the left side of the orange and goes through, and Elkamil with that savvy move. Williams crosses over right to left against Elkamil. Wide open right corners, Johnson against Butcher. Johnson goes inside the key. Beautiful pick and pop action as Wolgamott almost had the and one. He could not finish, though.
Who is that on, though, Cameron?
It's Sean Butcher. So that's Butcher's fourth, and that is favorable for Pittsburgh as English has 4 and Curtis has 3. Wolgamott to the free throw line. He's 0-2 tonight from the stripe, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Already back to defend on the opposite end of the court is Johnson. His team down 1. Wolgamott to tie it, he does. Wolgamott now conducting Lions to step back further and go mid-court. Elkamil back at half-court, too. Johnson and Elkamil sharing some words. Wolgamott takes the lead for the team. 63-62, and a timeout used by Coach Houck in the Vikings with under 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. A 1-point Vikings lead after trailing by as much as 20 in the contest. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the last 2 minutes of action from Parsons High School here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
Let's go back live courtside.
Welcome back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. Avi Sharma, Zach Conway, Cam Molina with you. Last 2 minutes of action from Parsons High School has the Purple Dragons, who are 2-0 on the season, reigning SEK champions, trailing by 1. Up by as much as 20 points. Curtis, everyone thought he traveled with it at the free throw line on the opposite end, and a timeout used by Coach Rolf because Elkamil and company were far too lackadaisical getting across the timeline. No one came to assist Curtis as he just sat there at the free throw line towards the far end of the court staring. Really zoned out. He tried to search for an open recipient but was unable to do so. Let's go with a quick recap tonight. Pittsburg High School came back from what was about a 4-point deficit against the Parsons Vikings in the first quarter, led after one 15-14, and then took a 33-23 lead at the break, 54-42 through 3. And between the ending of the second quarter, midway through the third, it was a 30-12 run by the Dragons since their 20-point lead, and everything has been falling in favor of the Vikings since, as the Purple Dragons have been outscored 21-9.
And with that timeout, Cameron, the Purple Dragons are going to get the ball right here.
And now there are some questions that need to be answered on the floor as the timeout was used in the backcourt by Coach Rolf, and the ball was about to be advanced to the front court. So Elkamil will inbound with Butcher and Curtis against 3 different Vikings defender in Loholtz, Lyons, and Williams. Curtis has it right back to Elkamil, the give and go. Elkamil behind the back, sizes up Lyons. English is begging for the basketball, but on the weak side it's Williams. Skip pass, Rolfs, 3 on its way. Has continued to struggle tonight. Williams with the ball over the backboard, and it's a jump ball. It's Loholtz tied up with Elkamil. Possession arrow pointing towards, I think, the Vikings. No, it will stay with Pittsburgh.
Purple Dragon basketball.
.130 left in the contest, 63-62, Dragons down 1. Elkamil defended by Lyons. Dribbles from left to right. He has Butcher right wing, directly aligned with the right elbow diagonally. Butcher right wing in the post. English and a foul on the floor.
And that's going to put Marquis on the charity stripe, Cameron.
So English will head to the free throw line, and that is a foul on Wolgamott, and I think he's done for the night. That is his 5th and final. So the Parsons Vikings, in the most critical of times, will be without their 6'4", 6'5" center who has done a good job defending English.
Now, Sheeby does come back in for the Vikings. He has been the 3-point shooter for them.
Vikings 8 of 13 from deep. Pittsburg High School 5 of 16. And English is 6 of 8 from the line. He has 2 shots awaiting him. First is no good, and an unfortunate bounce for Marquis English on the free throw. Parsons fan section stomping their feet, clapping in unison. English to tie it. Does. 7 of 10 from the line. Williams with 1:15 left, sizing up Elkamil, crosses over, left elbow, and he's fouled on his way up to the rim. It's a foul on the floor instead.
And that's on Elkamil, I believe.
That would be his 4th if it is on Elkamil.
Yep.
It is on Elkamil with 1:13 left in the ball game. 4 on Elkamil, 4 on English, 4 on Rolfs, 4 on Butcher, 3 on Curtis.
Wow.
Williams knocks down the first free throw to give the Vikings the lead.
Scary situation for the Purple Dragons with this foul trouble, Cam.
Williams takes a long, deep breath. Student section goes mute. Wiggles their finger. Second free throw goes. Williams 18 tonight. Butcher scans the floor. He has Elkamil, and the full court press has been an obstacle for the Dragons tonight. Elkamil, right wing, steps into a 3. It's up, and it's down. A 1-point lead for the Dragons.
Confident 3 by Elkamil.
Elkamil, 2 of 4 from downtown. 54 seconds left in the ballgame. Williams sizing up Butcher, double clutches and draws the foul, and Butcher is done.
Butcher is gone.
So now it will be up to the freshman in Grant to really be poised in this situation and not foul against an experienced point guard in Williams. 50 seconds left. Williams, who knocked out his last 2 free throws, has a chance to tie or take the lead here. And the officials just now figuring out that Butcher has 5. Butcher waiting to sub out. Grant will come in. And the freshman being applauded by the student section for the Dragons, as well as the parents and his teammates. He has a big duty here in the last 50 seconds, Avi.
Yes, he does, and he's going against probably one of the best players on the court in Williams. They had an intense matchup earlier when they kept duking it out.
8th and 9th free throws for Williams as he ties the ball game up at 66 apiece. Williams hugs the basketball, spins it. Second free throw is good. What clutch shots from Williams en route to 20 points tonight. 67-66. Grant awaits a double team, skips it to Curtis. He has to teeter on the half-court line. Back to Grant. Thought about stepping in. Scans. He has 40 seconds. Over to Elkamil. Grant seems a little nervous as he falls away from the basketball. He looks towards Coach Rolf, asking what do I need to do. Elkamil has the ball stripped. It is saved by Williams. Lyons has it, and it's not a foul in the backcourt. And finally, Curtis commits the foul. And Curtis and Lyons getting in each other's faces. And English has to rush over and keep Curtis back.
Smart senior leadership by English.
And Lyons will have free throws in what is a rambunctious Parsons High School gymnasium.
Cameron, I don't know about that, though. That was a weird series of events that just happened. I don't know if that was a loose ball or that fouls on Marquis English.
So that is 5 on English, which is surprising. Curtis will stay in the game at this rate, and will be Isaac Leverage who will sub in. And now there's discussion at the scorer's table, and I think the play, or rather the call, is being reversed by the officials. Curtis saying he has 4 now. Leverage will come back to the bench, and there's a lot of confusion as the officials are not really disseminating any proper information as they themselves are clueless as to what is going on. It's now Coach Rolfs with an eyebrow raised saying, really, come on, what do we have to do to get the official call here? So now Coach Rolfs is talking with the scorer's table. And so Coach Rolfs continues to talk with the official. And the debate is that how many is that on 32?
Foul's on Chase. The foul is on Chase is what the referee by Coach Rolf is talking.
So if that stands, it is 4 on English, 4 on Curtis, which would be a huge sigh of relief. And Curtis was there definitely for the foul because he was the one that was tied up with Lyons.
Yeah, that's what I don't know how the foul was on Marquis because he came storming across to calm Curtis down. That's what I don't understand, how Marquis was involved.
So now Coach Halk is wanting an explanation. The officials will be more than willing to provide one, as there will be 2 shots for Lyons in a game that has been back and forth. Parsons led early in the first. The Dragons maintained the lead through the third and left 54-42. But in the fourth quarter, the Vikings have come alive. Lyons has 2 shots. First one goes.
And to sum it all up, Cameron, the official foul was on Chase Curtis, which makes it his 4th foul of the game.
So after that clarification, it will be the second shot from the free throw line tonight by Lyons. Lyons, stagger feet right in front of the left. Good.
You do not need a 3 right here, Cameron. You do not have to put up a 3.
With the timeout used by Coach Hout, 26 seconds left in the ballgame. 69-66 is the score. And this crowd, what a ravenous bunch. We will step aside for 30 seconds, bring you back the last half minute of action from Parsons High School here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
What does it take to have a truly positive reputation? At Vogel Heating and Cooling, we know reputation is earned by consistent performance, by serving our customers' best interest, by providing top quality, energy efficient Rheem equipment and service for Southeast Kansas homeowners. Vogel Heating and Cooling is a Rheem factory authorized dealer and has been serving the area for over 20 years. Turn to the experts. Turn to Vogel Heating and Cooling.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
27-12 fourth quarter for the Vikings, who have been absolutely demonstrative when it has counted the most. Lyons sinking 2 clutch free throws, putting his team up 3. 69-66, 26 seconds left in the game, and the reigning Southeast Kansas League champions in jeopardy of falling on the road.
And Cameron, the only person, if a miss or made shot happens, the only person that can foul here is Javon Grant, the freshman, for Pitt. Everyone else has 4 fouls on the floor except for Grant.
Curtis will inbound. Coach Howe squirts a blue water bottle towards his face and gets some water to try to cool down his ball head, emitting steam.
He can't cool down right now in this moment.
Trap in the backcourt against Grant. He skips it. Curtis, 22 seconds. Back to Grant. He crosses the timeline under a lot of pressure. On his left tip is Johnson. 15 takes. Elkamil, deep 3, short. Rebounded by English. Goes up through traffic. Right hand, no. English again with the offensive board. Turns around. Misses still. Ball loose. Curtis, and there is a foul on the floor. Wow. 3 straight offensive boards by the 2 front court mates in English and Curtis. Neither of them can capitalize. And going to the free throw line will be Chase Curtis with 4 seconds left in the ballgame.
Cameron, this place erupted so much that the camera almost fell off.
69-66. Curtis can trim it to 1 or 2 here. Leaves it short. He will shoot his 11th and 12th free throw tonight. He is 3 of 11 right now, 5 of 16 on Tuesday. And what Coach Rolf said is not so much a concern has reared its ugly head. Curtis does not go. Grant with the rebound. 3 seconds left. Grant, the freshman, fades. Air ball, and the Vikings will win it at home. 69-66. Parsons with an unbelievable comeback victory. Wow, mark this day as Grant is beside himself. A great offensive rebound by the freshman, and he did all he could to keep it alive. Chucked up a 3 to tie it, but it falls no good. And the Dragons, who led by 20 points at one time in the third quarter, fall on the road. And what a spectacular win for this Vikings team as Coach Howe goes to 3-2 on the season in a humbling moment for the Purple Dragons. And it seems that the notions of the reigning SEK champions are out the window at this point. 3-point win for the Vikings. Back in 2 minutes with final stats here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast on names and numbers.
When you get engaged and need to pay for the wedding, when you have a baby and need to start that college savings account, it seems like the best moments in life can come with some real financial challenges. What's yours? At Commerce Bank, we find solutions so you can focus on enjoying life. Visit us online at commercebank.com or at a branch near you. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
What does it take to have a truly positive reputation? At Vogel Heating and Cooling, we know reputation is earned by consistent performance, by serving our customers' best interest, by providing top-quality, energy-efficient ream equipment and service for Southeast Kansas homeowners. Vogel Heating and Cooling is a Ream Factory authorized dealer and has been serving the area for over 20 years. Turn to the experts. Turn to Vogel Heating and Cooling.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
A final welcome back to Parsons, Kansas, as the Vikings pull off the stunning victory over the reigning SEK League champions in the Pittsburgh High Purple Dragons, 69-66. Alongside Avi Sharma with Zach Conway back at our KSHQ studio, I'm Cam Molina. A quick recount of the scoring by quarter, beginning with the first frame of action. Pittsburgh led 15-14 after one, but trailed by as much as 4 points in the first quarter of play. In the second quarter, the Dragons really poured it on as they continued to score in the second quarter, finishing the second frame out on a 12-0 run to take a 10-point lead at break, 33-23, and it seemed like a typical Pittsburgh game at that point, as in the third quarter, the Dragons continued to pile up the points, and between the second quarter and the third quarter, the Dragons outscored the Vikings 30-12. They held a 20-point lead that was quickly squandered in the fourth as the Vikings outscored the Dragons 27-12. And what was a stunning performance from 4 different individuals for the Vikings, in Derek Williams, who had 20 points, Daquan Johnson, 13.7 rebounds, Ezekiel Lyons, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 10 points for Joel Shebe, and Pittsburgh High School, who is ranked in the top 10 and Class 5A according to coaches' polls, will most likely receive a slight bump in those current standings. And I don't think that matters too much to Coach Rolf. It's just the execution tonight was poor. The team shot a lot of threes, and they settled from deep, and that's exactly what the Vikings wanted tonight, Avi.
Yeah, it comes down to the nitty-gritty. Pittsburgh had the lead. They were up a lot. I believe it was a 15 or 18-point lead that they had in the third quarter. They were up a bunch, and they just couldn't get the job done. It's a frustrating loss, but Cameron, the best way to look at it, this is a big learning curve for this team. You can definitely rebound from this. You're going to have plenty of time to relax and get your mind straight, as it's going to be Christmas break time. You spend time with your family. Get your mind off basketball for a little bit. Come back to reality, and then get back into it. This was a great game. You talked about it at the beginning. You don't want to lose this matchup, and obviously the Parsons Vikings didn't want to do that.
Well, Pittsburgh will not have a ton of time to rest, Avi. They play tomorrow at 2:30 against Parkview, Arkansas, against a great team that has really shown out in the Class 6 or 7 ranked in Arkansas. So a pretty big school. They'll have some pretty big talent, and Pittsburgh will be put to the test. They were hoping to win tonight, go 0-3, and then be challenged on the road in Webb City. But let's go over the game statistics. We'll begin with Pittsburgh High School. 9 points for Chase Curtis, 16 rebounds. 3 points for Alex Kaffos. He came off the bench. 7 points for Javon Grant, the freshman, including 3 rebounds. 2 points by Isaac Leverins. 8 points by Drew Rolfs. 18 points. 3 3 rebounds by Gavin Elkamil, and Marquis English 19 points, 10 rebounds to cap it off. Jarek Butcher with 2 points. And as for the Vikings, 20 points for Williams, Johnson 13, 16 for Lyons, 6 for Yates, 10 for Sheeby, 4 for Wilgamot. Final score, once again, 69-66, as Coach Rolfs is continuing what I would imagine is not a berating of his squad, but something that is not very pleasant, as Coach Rolfs is making his way towards our media table, and we will be joined by him just momentarily. Again, final score 69-66. The Parsons Vikings earned their first league win on the year, advanced to over 500 on the season with a 3-2 record, and I'm now joined by Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolfs. Coach, obviously this may have been unexpected, but this Parsons team had a lot to prove tonight. It was a very streaky game in terms of the back-and-forth affair. Can you touch on your boys' performance?
Well, it was simply a tale of us being two different teams. When we were us and decided to move the ball and put it where it needed to go and get down and guard somebody, good things happened, and the scoreboard showed that. When we decided that, we're going to kind of play like we don't play, which is shoot it after 1 or 2 passes and then don't get back and don't get down and guard anybody, then the result was what happened there in about the last however many minutes. And that's simple as that. It really is. I think everybody in the gym could have figured that out.
And, Coach, you talk about the shooting from your team. They really relied on that 3 ball tonight, 6 of 17, and obviously you do not want to look for that offensively. Your strength is in the front court, but it seemed tonight that you guys were in foul trouble. How about the bench, especially the freshman Grant stepping up in key minutes?
Yeah, it was fine. You bet. It was, we have kids that can play, and they came in and gave us a good lift. There's no doubt.
Coach, Parkview next, obviously not going to lament on this loss. What do you tell the boys to prepare them for tomorrow at 2:30?
Well, we got to decide what team, of the 2 teams we were tonight, which team we're going to be, because there's only one that gives us the best chance to be successful.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time, and again, sorry for the loss, losing to the Parsons Vikings 69-66.
Thank you.
Once again, that was the Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach in Kylie Rolf. Some final thank yous tonight, as Zach Conway was our board operator tonight with Avi Sharma. I'm Cam Molina. Have fun, be safe. The Dragons dropped their first of the season. Vikings with a stunning victory.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when